Wow. Was that timing perfect? This thing literally just ended. What? This thing just... Oh, I'm mad. I was hoping we get to see some of this together. All right, let me mute this in my headphone because this is loud. This is loud. We got a little different setup going today. That's loud. We got a little different setup. Let me get my chat pulled up. Sorry, I got y'all seeing the wrong thing. Hold up. We got a little different setup. Should I? Yeah, one second, chat. 1 second. Okay. All right, now we should be good. Chat, how we doing, man? All right, now we got it up. I'm going to have to switch it over real quick. Dang, that ended really fast. That ended way faster than I thought it would. Okay. I was like, hey, we'll get to watch a little bit of this. Nope. It's over. Yeah, I probably should change that. Okay. 1 second. Let's get to... I got to make sure I can see what y'all are saying. Think we're good? All right, guys, let me know if you guys can hear me. Let me know if you guys can hear if we sound good. We can get some beats playing. I was going to play the background of the combine because I was supposed to go a little bit earlier, but I had some technical difficulties with the sound, and I was like, oh, I can't do this through StreamYard. So I was like, all right, I'm going to have to switch over. So that's why we're over here. It looks good though. It still looks. I mean, we look a little different, but we got Ford Field behind us, you know. So that looks cool. You can't really see it, but it still looks good. Chat, how we doing? You guys were popping in early. Justin Walker was in here for. Actually, there were some other people that were in here first. Shout out to them. But Justin Walker says hi. I love the lion. Yo, go blue. How about that DN running a 4.36? We got to get to that. That Virginia Tech defensive end. My man said Ojabo. Hold up. What'd you say about Ojabo? I can officially say that Davis is worth picking at 2. Oh, snap. Greg the Eggs in the building. Greg, what's going on? Walker, thoughts, please. Trayvon Walker. We're going to get to that. Sup, y'all? What is it? What it is, Dose? Oh, I see what you did there. What's going on, man? Jordan Davis, top 5 combine ever. That was ridiculous. That was absolutely ridiculous. We have to talk about that. Why Tip go if he wasn't going to participate? We'll talk about that because that was very strange. I'll leave it. I mean, we'll get into it, but it was a very strange occurrence what went down. I'm sure we're going to have to talk about that whole situation because that's not what I was expecting at all. I know all of us thought we were going to see him today, so we'll get into that. I was really hoping to see him today because I want to see, I mean, we got to see him a little bit. I got to see the 40, I guess. All right, let's get some beats on because I thought I was going to be able to play some audio. Clearly, that's not going to happen, so can we play beats? Oh, I have my volume off. Okay. And then we'll make this thing happen. What is happening? Yeah, I am muted. Okay, my bad. Let me re-explain myself. I fixed it. I'm sorry. This is a good start, huh? So originally the plan, and let me turn this beat down because now that's loud. The original plan was that I was gonna go live while this was all going on, and I was late. because I had the setup wrong. So I was like, oh, shoot. So I kind of missed a little bit of the ending there with the linebackers, but I still feel like I have a pretty good feel overall of it. You still can't hear. Hold up. Oh, I see. Wait, y'all can't hear me? It's just saying, y'all can't hear me. Hold up. It says you can hear me. You can hear me. You can't hear. Okay. Oh, okay. Hey, this is what happens when. Hold up. Sound. Really? I mean, it says the sound is working, so I'm surprised by this occurrence. We all good? Chat. Are we good? I'm gonna assume we're good. You can hear me? Okay. I'm sorry. I guess I muted that trying to get the beat. Look, the beats, we might have to dip the beats because this is too hard. So let's talk today's combine. I already have the things on the screen because the setup's different now. So this is much easier to see. Let me get, also I want to get you guys chats on the screen. So I don't even have to pull these up because everybody can see them now. Should we put it like right here? Bam, that's money. I like that. It's a good setup. Yeah, so originally, what I was saying, and now we got this. Really? We can't even get started? So, but originally I was going to go live during the combine so we could talk about it, go over it while we're watching the end of linebackers, but I started too late because I messed up the stream. That's the gist of it. Tomorrow, we'll see how it goes. Maybe we're able to get it started better, but that's okay. Today, we're going to talk about what we saw at the combine. I love all the thumbs up. I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, now we sound good. Awesome. So, I mean, shoot, let's just dive into this. Let's start with the story. I mean, and I didn't know how to title this video, so I just put Hutchinson in there. I didn't know how to title it, okay? Clearly, I'm not a clickbait master because I failed there. I was like, what should I title? What's cool? I typed in Hutchinson, and I was like, okay, I don't know what else to put here, so I just enter. I thought I was probably going to edit it later, but, you know, for now, it's just that. And then there's a slash thing next to it. I love the slashes. If you guys don't know, I love the slashes. But Hutchinson and Kayvon Thibodeaux. Let's start there because we did not get to see Kayvon Thibodeaux go. And trust me, we'll get the beats back on once the ads go away. But we did not get to see Kayvon Thibodeaux today. He opted out of the drills. I shouldn't say we didn't get to see him because we did watch him run the 40. So it kind of it was like, oh, okay, here we go. And he did the bench press, I believe. He did like some of the numbers, but he didn't run the field workouts. And that was weird because after he did all the workouts, he goes to the field drills and you see him packing up. And the guy that's talking about him, because he's like, oh, yeah, Kayvon, you know, he's going to do his work today. And he's packing up. He's zipping up his hoodie and, like, he's just standing off to the side. And I'm thinking, initially, I'm like, whoa, is he hurt? You know, if he's hurt, I get it. Like, he's standing off the side, he's hurt. But he wasn't hurt, according to what we heard. Apparently, the situation was he wanted to do both linebacker and defensive line, but it was so spread out. It was a very long day, and it has been a long weekend for these guys, that he wants to do it at the pro day. Now, what I don't like about this personally, because I'm not too mad about it, but what I don't like is, from what we know, everybody believed he was going to be doing the field workouts today, and I believe teams thought that was the case as well. Maybe he told teams right before, look, I ain't doing it, but I'm pretty sure the thought coming in was he was going to do it, which I don't love that look. Like, okay, hey, I'm going to do it, then I don't do it. I understand it's a long day, but you still could have did it today. I get it's a long day, but you definitely could have went with linebackers and D-line. You could have did D-line, then you could have fouled it right back with linebackers who went after. I get it's a long day, but plus, the combine's the combine. Like, there's a pro day, but the combine's the combine. That's the day. Everybody's there. Everybody gets to see you. And you didn't do the drills? I don't know. I don't love it. I personally don't love it, but I'm not going to be too mad about it. It's just unfortunate, too, because we can't say, like, oh, he looked good. By the way, most guys I thought looked pretty darn good today. Pretty darn good. This was a fantastic day. You guys are saying Trayvon Walker. He killed it. He killed it. And it actually made me have to go. Look, I'm not going to lie. I was watching Trayvon Walker film while I was watching this. Because I was like, hold up. I know I got Trayvon Walker high, but what did I miss with this guy? So I put it back on. I reminded myself, okay, that's what's going on with Trayvon Walker. So Trayvon Walker put up ridiculous numbers. Y'all saw it. Big thing with Trayvon is that the defense that he plays in. I mean, it just seems to be as simple as that. With Trayvon Walker, he plays a lot of kind of inside the tackle, almost like a 5-tech type of role. He doesn't really get on the edge and bend. So that was an area where I guess in my notes, I wasn't sure where he would deliver there. And the production is not crazy. Again, that can be defense determined. And I don't know the guy's name. I can't think of the guy's name. The guy that's doing the combine. I thought he made a fantastic point when he said, look at Jermaine Johnson and the production that he put up once he left Georgia. Because we know, starting to see tons of the field there. But it's also the scheme they're putting you in. When he left and he went to Florida State and they start playing him as a pure edge rusher, 12.5, I think, sacks this past year. Now, look, I don't think he's an elite pass rusher, but that is true. It's a good point. And what we saw today, and I don't have all the numbers in here. I mainly just have 40s in here. But these are in alphabetical order. I was just like, forget what I did yesterday. That was whack. Trayvon Walker, let's go down because I have his 40 times in here. Let me see what I have. And oh my gosh, my notes were great for him. You can see the 40 times, 484, 48, and then the 477 was his official, which is better than the two original clocked. A 166 was his first 10-yard split, I think. Or maybe that was his official one. I think that was his first 10-yard split. Nasty. And the thing is we're talking about Devontae Wyatt. Hold up. Trayvon Walker, Devontae Wyatt, two different guys. My fault. Devontae Wyatt, let's start with him. All right, his numbers were nasty. Big 95. Again, another guy that played on the interior. Let's go there, and then we'll get to Trayvon Walker. But with Devontae Wyatt, interior guy, we know he put up crazy numbers. Trayvon Walker, I think he could have had more production if he was in a different fit defensively. The thing is with Trayvon Walker, though, was so impressive today is when you watched him, he showed everything athletically, I feel like, that you could ask of, like, oh, can he bend the edge? Does he have the speed? Does he have the explosiveness? He checked every single box athletically. So now it's just like, whoa, it feels like you could just plug him right in there because he looked better athletically than a lot of the pure edge rushers that you've seen play that role. So blew it away. He's going to get his name up there. Devontae Wyatt, same thing. Absolutely blew it away. I mean, both those, every Georgia guy was nice. Every Georgia guy was putting up numbers today. I don't want to miss the chat, though, because I completely messed that up. My bad. We just getting into this. I don't know who home wants, Hutchinson or Hamilton. Truly, I have no idea. Maybe it's beyond that. I don't know. I don't know what he wants. I guess we'll see. I'm going to try to pause this to see if this keeps working. I have no idea, though. They did show him right before they showed Hutchinson run. They showed Dan Campbell chilling there. I don't think he was sitting next to Holmes, though. I don't know where Holmes was in that. If the Lions get Hutch 2, then somehow magically Davis 32. Yeah, look, Dave. To me, look, after Davis today, there's no way Davis falls at 32. That would be my takeaway. That there's no way, because when I first started watching Davis, my initial thought was this dude's a tank. He's a tank. The only really way I can knock Davis aside from his pass rushing production, because he's a big body, so he gets tired. No huddle gives him issues, and he may not always be your ideal pick on third down, and that's true, but you got to start the run first, and that's where he can help you more than probably most players coming out of this class. The biggest thing for him is just straight up fit. When you have a Lee McNeil, where am I putting this? But to me, as a whole for this draft, Jordan Davis is a first round pick, and I don't see any way he makes it to 32. Not after what he did today. Let's go to Jordan Davis. I want to refresh myself on the 40 time that he put up. I think he put up the second fastest 40. I also didn't like how they separated D-line and edge either, because they had some edge rushers in D-line, and I was like, okay, this is weird. These numbers don't always, correlate, right? Because they're going to be a little skewed because they kind of play different spots. But Jordan Davis put up crazy numbers. What do we have him in here? A 168 was his 10-yard split, a 478. It came back. He had the second highest 40. Dude, that guy's an athlete. And you can see a couple of little notes I took in there. Just like, what the heck? I can't remember what they called the 4-pad drill. They hit the spin move in the second one. Whoa. I was like, dang, dude, this dude is... And I loved it. Like, when they got him on for the interview at the end, really, I mean, I don't know. He just seemed like a really good character. So I was like, this dude's going, top 10. I mean, he might just be top 10 pick now. The only thing I think that would hold teams back from this is just straight up fit, because it's like if you're saying, all right, who's the best nose tackle? It doesn't even feel like it's a debate. It's Jordan Davis. The guy's ridiculous. It's just the fit. That's all it really comes down to, I think, for most teams. So it's crazy. By the way, I don't want to overlook Mr. Travis Jones, because I thought Travis Jones was eating too. This is the nose tackle. Why are we doing so many ads? But this is the nose tackle out of UConn. Numbers, nice, real nice numbers, but not even just that. Travis Jones, man, like, I knew what he was as a nose tackle. This dude was great at the Senior Bowl. He was dominating. He gave Cole Strange a run for his money, it felt like. And then you pull it on the film, and you're like, dang, this guy's dominant as a nose tackle. Then you see this, and you're like, whoa, he's actually really good athletic. That makes it interesting. It makes a guy like that intriguing. And here's what I was thinking, honestly, when I was watching this live. Chat, let me know what you guys think. If the Lions, and we'll see what they do next season, let's say they come in with mentality, we're going to be shooting more gaps. We're not going to be as much two-gap defense. We're going to be shooting more gaps. Travis Jones becomes very interesting to me as a guy that mid-round pick. If he falls to mid-rounds, we'll see where he goes. I mean, someone's got to fall. Falls to mid-rounds, maybe round 3, maybe your comp third pick. I mean, that'd be a great spot. If you haven't grabbed a D lineman yet, aside from an edge, maybe because of value, you scoop him up, and all of a sudden, and I love John Pennicini, but John Pennicini is not a, explosive guy. That's not who he... This dude is. And I'm just saying, I got to throw it out there. You can't have enough D linemen. With what he showed today, I feel like there's a little bit of versatility beyond just nose tackle. And that's what stuck out to me with Travis Jones. Hutchinson put up a 9.86 RAS grade. That's ridiculous. So let's talk about that, because that's the story, right? Aiden Hutchinson and I got a lot of notes for Hutchinson. Aiden Hutchinson, I have more here too. Aiden Hutchinson and Kayvon. So we know Kayvon didn't run. The first time they went through, both had the same, and these are unofficial, 10-yard splits. Exactly the same. So you see that, and it's like, okay, that's interesting. Very similar 40 times. Well, not very similar 40 times. I think they were a little bit different on the first one. But their 10-yard splits were the exact same, and he brought up TJ Watt ran a 1.61. Like, the 10-yard split for Aiden Hutchinson was awesome. I didn't expect him to explode that fast. I've seen Aiden Hutchinson play, and I know he's got juice. I know he's athletic. But I mean, and I've been pushing it like, hey, don't overlook Hutchinson. He's still a super good athlete. Then he does that, and I'm like, oh, snap. That 10-yard split's legit. And then he comes back. Now, the second one, Kayvon had an unofficial 1.59 10-yard split to Hutchinson's 1.62. Bro, that's going to work for me. That kind of split, which would be, top 10 pass rushers in the league, they fall in that range. That's money. It's more than I thought. 40 time, yeah, it wasn't great, but even when they showed like the cam back, what you notice about it is it was really towards the 30 to 40 yards where there was starting to get some separation. And I don't think you'll see that in use as much as you're going to see that boom, boom, get off. That impressed me. Impressed me big time. The only real knock I felt like from this, and not even just from this, because this is who I feel like kind of as a player, there's a slight knock here, and I don't know how much not necessarily upside. I don't know how much this gets better, because I feel like he's good at a lot of things. I thought around the speed bakes he looked nice. It was just a complete bend. Like, he has good bend, but it's not elite. It's one of those things that you talk about working around the edge consistently. You wonder, how the upside is there, because I would say that's just how he's built. He's not built as like a very flexible bend kind of guy. So that's one thing I will point out, and you saw it through some of the drills. However, we know the energy was fantastic. I thought he killed it in the dropping drills. And they were talking about like he didn't drop in coverage. Bro, if you watch Hutchinson last, he dropped in coverage. And I thought he was really good in that area. Not Kayvon level, because I thought Kayvon athletically was better dropping back. We didn't get to see him. But when he dropped, and I know they're not wearing pads, he looked smooth. And I was actually blown away. I was like, whoa, Hutchinson, what was that? What was that? So, I that's my thoughts, chat. Let me know your thoughts. David Ojabo looks solid. David does look solid. David's a cool one, because I don't think he'd be a 2 pick. I don't think he'd fall into that range. Like, you'd be able to do that. But I think what's cool about David is that he's very raw to this. Last year was just, by far, like there was not really production. And then last year, it's like, okay, this is who I am. And he was kind of like this. There was games last year where it was great, and there was other games where he was kind of quiet. And he still got to improve in areas, and you could just see by how he does things. It doesn't look like the other guys. He kind of has his own little style to his own little flavor. Kind of gallops to me more than he even runs and accelerates. But the upside is something to take note of, because, like you're saying, he can spin move. He can do the entire bag of tricks, and he's a great athlete. So for someone that's sitting there and they're like, whoa, when we're looking at upside, there might be a case to be made that he has the highest upside for any edge. I know that sounds nuts, but he's super raw to it, and you can just see the athleticism and the moves that he can make. It's crazy. It's crazy. Let's think about it. When does a DN ever run 40 yards? Yeah, never really. But, hey, he does run 40 yards sometimes. Sometimes he does get back into those plays. But, no, I actually thought it was a very impressive 40 time. I was impressed, actually. The 40 time, didn't blow me away. It was kind of like, all right. But it was the 10-yard split where I was like, whoa, that's actually really fast. Let me check my phone real quick, because I know I was taking pictures of this. Let me see if I got a picture of Aiden Hutchinson where his 10-yard split falls, at least in this class. I may have a picture of that. Do I have one? I don't. Wait, is this it? Oh, no, this is interior defensive lineman. Oh, shoot. Okay, I can pull that up later, but I don't. No, I don't. Okay, but anyway, yeah, that's what stuck out. Okay, wow, chat is popping. Chat, how we doing, man? You guys, I love it. Okay, let me get these beats back on. You know how we do. Oh, this one's good. This always feels like it always comes on. I don't know. This draft is so confusing, bro. It is a weird draft. It is. And maybe it's because we have the 2 pick, and it's like, okay, no one really looks at it and says, well, there's Myles Garrett. And we don't know what's happened at 1. And we don't know exactly what the Lions need, because it's not like our GM has been here for 3 years and it's like, this is probably what he's going to get. Or it's like, this is the need and here's the guy. Like, it's just weird. I agree, but it's fun. I love it. Christian Harris looked great as well. Another one. Let's go to linebacker real quick. He ran a 6.71 3-cone. I didn't even see that. It's insane. We'll pull those up because I don't have all those typed in. I'll pull those up through NFL. But Christian Harris, definitely one I got to bring up. This is quarterbacks. I didn't get tons of notes on these guys because I kind of missed some of their drills. But I did see most of it. Just towards the end, I kind of missed some of it. Where do we have Christian Harris at? Here we go. Yeah, and look, schematically, now that the Lions are going to this 4-man front, I think it makes it even more of a seamless, like, plug in and fit. That's what it feels like to me. I mean, Christian Harris, you know, you guys like him. You know, I'm not even the highest on Christian Harris, but I could see the fit for sure. You know, as a will linebacker, a guy that can blitz for sure. And in pass coverage, it's more man coverage, I feel like, but the way that he flew today, and the linebackers, they ran well, but I'm going to be honest, there wasn't a ton of like, whoa, from linebackers. I feel like it was a lot of expected. Rad called me right after, and he was like, here, trying to predict what they ran. But he was the guy that kind of stood out in the linebacker group. I thought other guys did solid. You know, Devin Lloyd run the 4.71, 4.74. He's more of an instinctual player, though, I feel like. It was maybe a little slow, but I don't know. He kind of has like he's like 240 pounds, 6'3", so I don't know if that was very shocking. But he is still a heck of a player. They were comparing him to Leonard, and I like that. I like that comparison. We saw Muma. I thought Muma ran really well. I really did. I thought Muma looked good in a lot of the drills. You know, 4.66, 4.64. He's super active. I like that guy as well, the way that he ran. Troy Anderson is a blur. Anderson did fly. Did I write something about Anderson I wanted to bring up today? He ran the 4.41 first time. Yeah, he did fly. And I know he's not the biggest guy, but pretty sure he looked pretty darn good in the Senior Bowl. Troy Anderson did look good. Who is Drake Jackson? I'm confused him for Drake Jackson. So he's a USC edge, and he's a little more raw, but not Drake London. No, he doesn't play receiver. I get it, though, because there are some guys in here that confuse me. I was so confused on the 2 receivers from Bama for some reason for so long. I don't know who's who, but I got it now. Barno can get bigger, but you can't teach speed. Okay, so y'all want to talk about Barno. That's what I'm seeing in the chat. Yeah, Barno, I think that's the thing with Barno is it's going to be a development thing, because I think right now when you watch him, it doesn't seem like, to me, he has one thing that's like, whoa. You know, like there's no go-to in his game. There's nothing you immediately think of when you think of Barno, and now, of course, that speed. But just in terms of, you know, technically on the field. But what's nice about him is that he, to me, and I got to show this. I'll show you guys a player that really, really I want to talk about, because I was like, this guy, this is a guy you have to keep an eye on. I'll show that. I have some clips. But Barno, he can play in a 2-point stance. So you can line him up outside linebacker, but now that we're seeing some of this shift, you can also put him in a line, give him a 3-point stance, let him go to work. He has a fantastic speed, as we saw today, which is always something that, yeah, like Crazy Clown said, you can develop off of that. He has some nice bend. It's completely like blew away people with that 40 time that he put up. So I think I don't think he'll go like super high, but I could see him being maybe he pushes in the mid round, especially after what he did today. You know, especially after what he did today in terms of numbers that he put up. Chris Mason, shout out to Chris Mason. Let me get this sent over, because I want to show you guys this player. Man, because I'm like, dude, this is you got to keep it out for him, and there has to be a video on this guy, because for some reason he caught my eye a while ago, and I was like, all right, but I didn't make anything of it. Then I see him again today, and I saw him at the Senior Bowl catching my eye. I'm like, why am I not looking at this dude? Pulled on the film immediately. One game in, I'm like, yep, he'll fly up boards. I'm really undershooting this dude. He's gonna fly up boards. Who's Muma's mama? I have no idea who's Muma's mama. I don't know. 5th round steal is Barno. There you go, 5th round. There you go. You could work with that. You know, you could work with that. Now there is the side that you know you want to make sure that, and I'm not saying this for him, but I'm just saying in general. You know, we have seen guys come out and they're like, whoa, they're super athletic, and then they do nothing, and it's like, okay, it's not good, you know, because there is so much of the technique side of it. But I think for him, you know, it's more of an in-time thing, and that's why I don't see him being a super high pick. But yeah, the athleticism's legit. He stood out. In this class. Do you think Kyle Hamilton is a good 2 pick? This defense works better with good safeties, and he's got the build to do linebacker and blitz. I did a video on Kyle Hamilton if you want to check it out. I'm very impressed with Kyle Hamilton, especially just in comparison to other safeties in this class. I don't think he's, you know, I mean, he's obviously got things to work on, in my opinion. Sometimes I don't love his help in the back end, but I think he could fit well. What I like about him is I think he could actually fit well with Tracy Walker because he has so much experience playing in coverage, and even though I think he needs works there, I think he could fit well with him. Let me get this clip pulled up, and then we'll continue. But I want to show you guys this guy, and I want to see if anybody else brings him up. I haven't seen his name in the chat yet. I'm looking. I haven't seen anybody say his name yet, and I don't think I've ever brought him up in one of our videos, which is wild because I've looked at him many times and I've just kind of peeked at him, and I'm gonna have to dive really deep into it now. All right, let me get that over. But until that time, let's see what the chat's saying. Mumu, you take second or third round, dude. I don't know where Muma's gonna go, right? But I feel like Muma's pushing early round 2. And some people, some GMs were saying that they think he might be the best backer in this class. I could see it. I could see, depending on the team, they could view him as the best backer in this class just because of his coverage ability, which in the NFL you gotta have. We know he's not the fastest, but he also has a build where it leads so much versatility. He played every linebacker role. He's extremely versatile. He's got enough sideline to sideline speed. And it's not even like, oh, he's just kind of fat. Like, no, he can move. He can move. Change of direction is the only thing I'd work on because I think sometimes he gets a little tall, but pass coverage is there, and pass coverage is what they talk about, right? Because that's the NFL now, but dude led the nation in tackles. Led the nation in tackles this past year. Fantastic against the run. I think it's his biggest strength is the instincts, how quickly he gets on things. Get Nefe Sewell in here. Nefe Sewell. Okay, shout out to Nefe Sewell. Hey, what did he have? He were 4.66 and a 4.69. Yeah, that's one thing I noted. When he went through the bag drills, I don't know, it's like a little thing, but I saw him go. He didn't go over them. He was like running behind them. I was like, okay. I know he's a little bit on the shorter side, so some of those guys may not get the knees up as high, but I was like, that's interesting. So, you know, I just want to note that way I don't forget because it was a little weird thing that I took note of. Who does DoseOfDion want? I don't know. I'm gonna have to ask him. I think I was talking to him today. He didn't go into specifics, you know, but he did say that he wants a pass rusher. He would go with the pass rusher. He said, and I've shown him Kyle Hamilton. He likes him. He's like, oh yeah. But I think he prefers a pass rusher at that top spot, you know, just to get someone like that. So I'm cool with it. 4-3 DN's passed up Hutchinson his whole Michigan career. Hold up 1 second. Let me get this. Shoot, where is it? All right. I want to show you guys this player. Also, I got a clip. I did not mean to. All right, I'm not sure why that was a thing. There we go. I don't know why that was. I'm sorry. I'm trying stuff over here, and it's been a minute since we've been on this. It has been a minute since we've used. Do we have it? Since we've used OBS. Can I pause this, or is this just gonna play all the way through? Hold up, don't play all the way through. What we do? Oh, shout out to new subscription, man. Appreciate it. I don't want it to. Why is it playing all the way through? Can we stop? Okay, so maybe it's maybe it's just played it. All right, you know what? It's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna let that thing finish, and then we'll just put it back up there and then we'll repeat it. But it's I don't know what's going on, bro. I don't know what I'm doing. All right. I take Hamilton, London, then edge out of Florida State. Wait, you take Hamilton, London, then edge out of Florida State. Yeah, I mean, look, I like the edge out of Florida State, and we didn't post a video on the Patreon yet, but what I like about him, and, you know, I feel like you get caught up in pass rush, because especially the numbers, you know, you had to watch him based off of that. The guy had, 12 sacks or something, and you saw the production, you're like, whoa. To me, it wasn't even the pass rush that stuck out. To me, it was the run defense because he's a really, really solid, strong run defender, can hold up really well. And then it was the pass rush. I think a lot of pass rush for him, and this is always good, is just the motor, the effort. I was like, dude, he's just sticking with plays. Now, let me get this pulled up now because I think it's restarted itself. Guys, check this out. Okay, or don't check it out, actually. What am I doing? All right, I'm going to re-put this on the screen. This is a guy that I think, oh my goodness. Okay, you know what? Forget it. Let's put it on the other one. But this is the edge rusher out of Ohio State, Tyreek Smith. I almost said Tyreek Hill. I'm sorry. Tyreek Smith, edge rusher out of Ohio State. Is that his last name? Tyreek Smith. I'm pretty sure it's Tyreek Smith. I was actually just watching him again today. See, look, I've been overlooking this guy way too much. We got his name here. Tyreek Smith. There he is. Edge out of Ohio State. First off, look at the numbers that he put up. All right, that you can't ignore that. First off, let's just start there with the numbers that the guy put up. 167, 165, 10-yard splits, okay? I know it wasn't Hutchinson and Kayvon level, but it was, it's pretty darn solid. All right, 40 times were okay, but man, I even wrote it. Underrated draft talent. Look, smooth bags, technique. What sticks out with him, and it's similar, not similar, but it's also what sticked out with me with Aiden Hutchinson is his feet. Gosh, man, he wins as a pass rusher with his feet. But what's cool about this guy is, first off, I think he's plug and play as a 4-3 DN. So if you want to put him in the dirt, he's going to have no issues. But he can win off of that, and he has wins with his length. Let me just show y'all some of these clips, man. And I got a couple. And it was immediate because he's flashed to me in the Senior Bowl. I was watching him win. And the numbers don't necessarily show to me the explosiveness, that first step burst that he can have. Because he beat some guys in the Senior Bowl just by blowing by them. So I'm pulling this up. And I think he might go day 3. So this could be an early day 3 scoop. And probably not the guy you want to have as your first. But, man, he seems ready to go. Okay, I'm going to try this one more time. Let's do this. It's going to jump right into the action, too, because I don't know how to pause it. So we get right into it. Here we go. So first, obviously, we got to take a look at Trayvon Walker, just being a beast that he is. All right, Trayvon Walker's, he's that dude. But now look at him on the edge. We got number 11 here. I wish I could slow this down. You see him utilize the length there, make the tackle. He's really nice against run. He looks to make plays against run. Then you can slide him in the inside, let him go to work there. And here he is on the right side at defensive end. And you can see him go to work. Look at the length. Look how he utilized the length to get into this run play. I see some burst off the edge. Here he is, same spot, working against the right tackle. I think this was Rasheed Walker, actually. Look at the sidestep. Bam. Love his feet. Absolutely love the guy's feet. Here he is again. I think he's playing the stand-up role this time. You love to see the versatility. Look at him play the stand-up. Ooh, get out there. Bam. And then you see the ability to drop. Same spot, right defensive end. This time he's got a hand there. He's going to drop out in coverage. Caught my eye again in these workouts because he just looks so fluid going through everything. I remembered him from the Senior Bowl, and I was like, man, why have I not paid more attention to him? And the thing is, he pops. It's like some guys you have to wait and you have to search for clips. Didn't have to search for clips. For this guy. It was immediate. It was like, okay, I see it. It was immediate with this dude. So that's someone I just want to bring to everybody's attention because I'm going to probably be talking about him, and I don't think Tyreek Smith should be overlooked. Can y'all still hear me? I'm just saying, and I've been overlooking him. I feel terrible. Like, why do I not pay attention to this guy if I think he's been playing well? And here we are. Feels like a day 3 pick, but I don't know. Early day 3, I'd scoop him. I would. Starting to really like the dude. And I liked him today, too. I mean, he just looks super comfortable through every drill he ran through. You guys are saying Trayvon Walker had 2 riot. Oh, snap. Trayvon Walker. Man, the Georgia dudes, I mean, they balled out. We got Trayvon Walker. Who else? We got the other one on here? Yeah, we got Wyatt on here. Trayvon Walker. This is the guy, though, with Trayvon. The thing is, the numbers are there, but then you don't see the numbers production. But I think it's just about scheme fit. And to me, today, he showed that he has all the athleticism to play a pure edge role if you want him to. The only thing is we just haven't seen it a ton back in college, which gives you a little pause because you're like, okay, how well would this transition? But you saw it today, and it was like, wow, okay, he can do that. Maybe they didn't utilize it for that, but he can do that. To me, his film, playing it like, kind of more of an interior 5-tech, cross from a tackle, sometimes roll, it didn't pop as much as I'd want it to. It never really did, but I wouldn't doubt that he could pop way more on the outside. There's some guys like that in college. They're just built for production, and they're going to get production in the outside. Not in the outside. They're going to get production in the NFL more than they got in college. Some guys, for every position that's possible, he might be that guy. The numbers that he tested were ridiculous, just across the board. I mean, it was insane. I even wrote it there. I think the role just takes some away from him. I thought he had insane production, and the dude's huge. The dude is huge. He's not a little guy. All of them were impressive. That's a big dude. Man. And there's versatility there, which is nice. Sam Howell, second round. Could be. The more I think about it, I mean, I keep saying, well, I think there's a chance they could take a quarterback. The more I think about it, I don't think it'll go super early unless it's someone that they really like and he seems to slip and fall in their way. I don't think they'd go very early for a quarterback. I don't. The more I think about it, but this has been changing day to day by me. Yesterday I was thinking more quarterback. Today I'm thinking, I bet they won't. Hamilton at 2 is insane. That's a Bob Quinn-esque pick. Bob Quinn. Let's not talk about that. Let's move on. Hey, Bob Quinn has some good picks. All right. If long as it was a 3rd round pick, it was money. He should have traded every pick for round 3 because it was money. But anyways, let me see what else we have on these edge. I know we talking about those dudes. They were balling. They were doing their thing. Anybody else that stick out here? Let me know in the chat if anybody stuck out to you because I think we need to talk about them if they did. By the way, Sanders. All right. Now, Sanders' film didn't blow me away when I remember watching Sanders. The dude came at like 230, 228. I mean, they said he looked like a safety. What was he doing? He looked so small. It was weird. I was like, why does he look like that? He was always kind of a slim frame built guy, I think, but he looked like he lost weight. I was like, why is he out there so small? He maybe thought I could kill the drills like this. I don't know, but he looked really small for an edge. It didn't even look like an edge rusher. I don't know. It feels weird. And his numbers weren't that great anyways. I mean, it was still slower than Hutchinson's. I don't know. Felt weird that he was doing that. I don't think we even saw LeBron Ray today. I don't know. I don't think we saw him at all today. We talked about Ojabo. Phidarian Mathis. I liked Mathis too. I thought Mathis did a nice job today. What was the one that stuck out to me? Oh, I didn't put it on here. I think I put it in my notes, and you know how the notes go. But no, Mathis looked smooth too through his drills. He looked more athletic, maybe because he just didn't have pads on. He looked better to me as a mover today going through combine than I thought he did on film, and I liked him on film. I had him in my mock offseason, so I think he works his way up, possibly pushing to the top 50. Maybe not, though. It always depends on the team, but I think he's on the border of that, especially after today. Take Zach Willis in the 4th. Take Zach or Will. Oh, Zach. Wait, Zach or Will. Who's Zach? Zach. Bailey Zappi. You're saying, or wait, no, you're not saying Zappi. Zach. In the 4th? That's tough. But no, my thoughts on the quarterback, though, the more I've been looking at this, I do feel like at quarterback, the Lions are I think what they're going to do, and this is my thoughts as of today, these are subject to change by tomorrow. I think they're going to still focus more on building the team around the quarterback, knowing that, look, we got to put a team here. And again, the one thing that could happen is they fall in love with someone, like completely fall in love, they'll take him, but it has to be that. Otherwise, I think they're going to focus on, we just have to build everything else. We got to find a way to build, and almost to the point where, look, Goff's under contract. He's not going anywhere next year, right? So you could have him and not have him be your starter, but he's not going anywhere. So I think next year is very possible for quarterback, depending on how Goff plays. It's going to come down to that. But they want to build around the quarterback, so it's plug in and go. I think that they have a multi-year plan. I think it's that. We got to build around this quarterback. We got to continue to build this run game, which is very close. Get some weapons on the outside. I mean, that feels like really the only main thing we need on offense. Other than that, we look pretty darn good. And defensively, of course, offense coordinator is a huge part of that. Defensively, we got to make this work. I mean, it was just not where we needed to be. It wasn't at all. And I think it'll be through trenches, but you have 10 picks. 10 picks, we got some cap. Let's pull this thing together and get this thing rocking and rolling, and then we'll see how Goff performs in this. And if Goff ain't it, then, we'll have 2 first-round picks next year if we want to grab a quarterback, if we want to trade up. And plus, if he's not the guy, we'll probably be struggling then at that point anyway, so we'll probably have a high pick again, which I hope is not the case. I don't want to see that again because I think we're going to be very competitive next year. So that's how I think they're going to go as of today, but we'll see how that goes. Take Brisker at 32. Okay. Oh, wow. You know what's funny? I love this because every time this immediately goes to Malik Willis. I don't know how this happens, but it immediately does. What a polarizing prospect. Immediately, these chats go to Malik Willis. It just seems to. Hey, my man said it, Brandon, right here. I can't show you guys chats on the screen. They're just throwing up on their own. They like Oregon players, and he has a lot of upside. Who are we talking about? We talking about Kayvon? We talk about Kayvon. Yeah, the Kayvon situation is super interesting to me. I wish I would have seen him today. Personally, if I was a scout, maybe, I don't know, maybe he went and he's like, hey, guys, look, I'm not going today because of this and that. But if my thought was he was going to run and then I see that, well, it's a long day, I'm not liking that. Personally. I don't know how you guys would feel in a scout role. I got to believe I wouldn't like that. I'd be like, what? Well, you're not going to run? Like, what are we doing here? Everybody's here. Not every coach is probably going to go to your pro day. And I get that, but I'm just saying, everybody's like, why aren't we running today? Aside from Sean McVay. But I don't know. That wouldn't sit well personally with me, but that's not it's not saying he's a bad player because I do believe he is I believe he's very talented, man. And I even said it yesterday. I could see the Lions taking him if I had to predict that would be their top pick. But today gives me a weird little feel on that after seeing him not run. It just makes it feel weird. It's like, okay, why are we doing this? But we'll see how that goes. I would take Malik if we can trade back to 10. Wait, hold up. Oh, and I think Malik ends up being a top 10 pick now. No question. The only thing with Malik is I think teams that are going to grab him, let's say Denver's sitting there, right? I don't think Denver grabs the Malik Willis. I think Denver, if they don't get a guy like Rodgers and they're not grabbing someone in free agency, they take Kenny Pickett if he's there. Or maybe, I think they take someone like that they feel plug in and play. Malik, I think, needs time. And maybe it is, me and those they were talking about this. Maybe it's just like the narrative of you got to sit a guy makes no sense. Maybe it just doesn't help him because you're not usually getting reps in practice. Is this an overhyped concept that sitting a quarterback is necessary? There are certain quarterbacks that have to sit. Maybe that's true, but I do believe Kenny Pickett could have more success year one, and I think Denver's really well built around it. So a team like that would be more apt to take a quarterback like that. That's just my thoughts. But you look at That's just my thoughts on it. But Malik Willis, I think he ends up being a top 10 pick for somebody. And wouldn't that shock me if someone traded up, if there was a shock pick where a team like the Giants, I don't know, we're sitting there and they're like, look, okay, we have this guy, but we're taking Malik Willis. Someone's going to fall in love with this guy. I guarantee it. Someone's going to fall in love with him. Wouldn't be shocked if he's the first quarterback off the board. You know, I would not surprise me at all, especially in this class, because it doesn't feel like there's a surefire number one quarterback. Would not surprise me if that's how this ended up going down. I'm just going to throw it out there. Stafford's at the Lakers game. Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. I'm sorry, I forgot what I was going to say there. That was ugly. Yeah, hey, can we get the likes up in the chat? No, hey, appreciate you, Crazy Claw. Shout out to everybody in the chat, though. No, I appreciate you guys coming in. I know it's late night. We're talking Combine, though. Let me know what you guys want to talk about in the chat. We'll talk about it. And otherwise, I'll just keep going through, my thoughts on what I saw today. Let me go through what I got. All right, let's go through D-line. Oh, another guy that I thought impressed today, George Karlaftis. Look, with George, when I watched him, and I'm going to be honest, I got to watch more on him. I do. But I thought his main strengths were, look, the dude's super strong, and he wins with the bull rush. He's very dominant in those regards. But the guy, maybe the production doesn't show exactly what he can be as a pass rusher on the edge. And I thought today with what he did, I thought he looked so smooth. In a lot of his drills. You see it. He impressed me in the hoop drill. They had him dropping. He had a nice snag. He looked very comfortable. And I thought he looked good all day. I thought he did. I thought he was locked in. There was no noise about him. He wasn't, loud. He was just locked in. And I thought he looked really good. So definitely, dude, impressed me today. Definitely did. Here's a guy, though, we have to talk about. There will be no overlooking this. Marvin Liao. Now, I thought you pronounced it Leo. My bad. But I was hyped about this dude about 4 days ago. Watching games of him. And immediately when he pulled out that spin move, I was like, whoa, hold up. Who is this dude? It hooked me. There are certain things that hook you. That hooked me. And then I watched the very next game. Same thing. Penalty gets called, doesn't count. Same thing. I was like, oh, snap. He has this. He has this in his arsenal. Now, you see the numbers that he put up. 1-7-4-10 split, which is, the issue with Liao is it, and everybody says it's his fit. Where does he plug in? He needs to figure that out, I think. But I also don't think there's an issue with having versatility. And a guy that's 290 that still moves like he does, you're always going to have versatility with that. Quick feet, went through the wave drill, very quick feet. I put legit juice in feet. Gosh, that guy popped. He popped. He showed the burst. It was just like pop. He's popping off the ground. His ankle flexion. Now, this is something that I felt like I knew about him coming into this. Oh, shout out to everybody that clicked the like button. I appreciate it, man. That just jumped up. Thank you. I appreciate it. But with the ankle flexion, this is a couple times. You get a pulling guard coming around. You get a pulling guy coming around, and he's got to kind of sit down and just get all the way down and get his hand out there and knock someone down in their tracks. I felt like he had that. And today going through drills, I felt like he had that. You could see him like this dude could really get low. Thought Liao is really nice. And, my biggest thing for him is I don't always see him getting pushed. I always see that power. I always see that drive. Sometimes he can just get completely stonewalled. I think he leaves his chest open. Shout out to the next another like. Appreciate it. But today, athletically, I'm like, dude, all right. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay. Liao good at A. He was real good at AM. He was. And, dude, he's so versatile. You're going to have to figure out what spot he is. He feels like he's not a pure edge because he's very explosive. Maybe if he drops 20 pounds. We're talking about this, right? 174 split. But he's also weighing 290 pounds coming in. I don't know what it officially was. So maybe you drop him 265 because he can do it. He's put on weight. He's lost weight. He's put on weight. So maybe he's dropping 265 and see what he can do at edge because he's played that a lot. Set the edge. I think sometimes with edge is that it's not he's not can't do it. He just sometimes doesn't have the agility to get out there. But he's doing this at 290. Or you go the other direction, maybe bulk him up a little bit, let him play a 3-tech, let him shoot gaps, and let him go to work that way. I think there's a lot of versatility within his game. If he fell to 32, would not shock me if the Lions tried it and we're just like, we can make this work. We can figure something out with this athlete. Because there's just too much here to just completely overlook and say we can't figure it out a spot. We can figure something out like this. We get hyped every season, but this season feels different. Look, I agree. To me, what's exciting is I don't even think the season feels different. What to me feels different, and I agree with you. To me, what feels different is I feel like I know the plan, and maybe that's just I don't know the plan, but I feel like there is that plan. And I feel like as a fan, we can feel that there is a plan. We may not know exactly what that plan is, but we feel the direction of where this plan is going. and you can see it lay out. You can picture how this can lay out, and I think that's what's exciting about this. Okay, now we're talking about golf. I should not have brought up golf. My apologies. I'm playing. We can talk about golf, though. We can do it. Aiden over Kayvon. So let's do this, chat. We're going to just keep this thing going because I want to do it. It's fun. 1 for Aiden, 2 for Kayvon. Let me know the side you're on. And I don't want to see no 3s. I don't want to see no cookies. I want 1s and 2s, man. All right? And I'm not saying you have to take them at 2. I'm just saying, if you were the GM, if I was like, here you go, you make the selection. Even if you're not a Lions fan, 1 for Aiden, 2 for Kayvon. Let me see the chat. I want to see it roll. I want to see where this goes. I'm curious. You know, I can choose between those two. I don't want to see no third names in there, okay? Yeah, y'all were saying cookie last time. That doesn't count. You can't put emojis in there. We need a number. We need a number. We got a 2 to start us off. There's a 1. Hutchinson going at practice. And they said Aiden Hutchinson and Aiden Hutchinson was working with Icky, who I think could be the top pick in this draft. You know, Aiden might go number 1. No, I don't even know. But Icky, the tackle, looked really smooth yesterday. He's been working with Boye and Mafe. I think he said he gave him his gloves or something. So we got a 2, 1, 1, 2, 2. Oh my gosh, it is split. And now there's a little Kayvon stretch, and then here comes back Aiden Hutchinson, and then there's the Kayvon. Oh, this is like 50-50. This is 50. Crazy Clowney broke the rules. This is legit 50-50 right now. That is nuts. And it's crazy is maybe it's just because there's more people in here, but if I feel like in the past it was leaning towards Aiden, now it's like 50-50. I don't know what it was. Let me know in the chat what changed your mind, if it did change your mind, or maybe you're still on the same train, or maybe it was just like, hey, I feel this way after watching the film. Okay, I don't know. I get it. I do like both, you know? I do. It's going to be wild. It's going to be wild. I'm not saying what the Lions do. I'm saying if you had to put the hat on. Okay, please. Hey, I love the energy. I do. I love the energy, but don't like spam it too much because people can't get their chat in there. Okay, now this is turned to a numbers chat. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything up above. Why trade Bagmas on Hutch or Hamilton? I can see Davis at number 2, Hutch at 2, Walker, DL, Georgia 32, Moma at 34, and I would be happy with that. Go Lions, I love that. And you're saying Davis at 2. I don't know if I could see Davis at 2. Chat, my concern is the fit. That's what it is. It's not that he's not a beast. Hands down. And I love me some Travis Jones. Love it. I think he might be number 2 in terms of nose tackles. But my goodness, Jordan Davis he's a tank. He's a tank. And you got to stop the run. The Lions didn't do it again They did not do it. Let's be real. Dude can shoot gaps, hold 2 guys. I mean, there's nothing you couldn't be like, hey, you got to line up over this guy and you got to do this. Okay, I can do it. Crazy athlete. I don't know if y'all caught it towards the end there. Now, the end of the defensive line, if you didn't see it, they had him on an interview. And they're like, hey, we heard you like Swedish fish, so here's a cup of Swedish fish. Now, they give it a nice little cup. You know, there's probably about 15 in there. Now, for me personally, you know, myself, I would take them Swedish fish and be like, hold up, can I get the whole bag? You know what I'm saying? But he's like, no, I'll take 3 of those, or like 3 or 5, because I need to pace myself. I've learned that. So shout out to him, right? He understands. And now he's at like 340, so he's lost some weight too. But he looked good. I mean, if he looks like that at 340, gosh dang, imagine when he looks at like 300. My gosh. There's some dudes are just athletes, you know, they're just built big, and then they're just, it's like, gosh, dude, you can't do nothing with that. I can't do nothing with that. We will have to do a poll on Twitter. I don't know if I got as much Twitter clout though, you know, but yeah, that's the dude. Let me go back through my D-line list, make sure I didn't miss anything. Yeah, put it in the chat if you guys want to talk about someone. If in case I missed it, put it back in there. Logan Hall, I thought Logan Hall looked good too, and his 10-yard split was a 1.68. The thing with Logan Hall is I don't view him as an edge, but a 1.68 10-yard split, I mean, it's serviceable for an edge, but I don't view him as an edge, which that's the kind of guy I think the Lions will be searching for, is guys that continue to be explosive off the ball. The biggest knock for him is his height, because it can serve as a disadvantage because he's a very tall built, and sometimes he can get him a little high, but the get off was impressive. Who are your top 3 safety, linebacker, DNs? Okay, top 3 line. I'm gonna go no order because I don't know the orders right well. I'm gonna go linebacker. I'd say in that 3, I would put Chad Muma in there. I'd still put Devin Lloyd in there from what I've seen. Would I put Nakobe Dean in there too? I'll say Nakobe Dean for now. Let me see if I change my mind on that. Defensive end. Now, defensive end's tough because we're talking like 4-3 DN, or are we talking like 5 tech that can play 3 tech? I'll say this. 3 defensive ends that I really like. And I think you're talking like Aiden and Kayvon, so I'm going to go with that answer. I would say Aiden and Kayvon probably both get their way in there. The third one's the toughest one because I think Ojabo has a super high ceiling. I think Karlaftis showed me a lot today that's going to have to make me rewatch. Am I crazy? Am I crazy just going off of upside and saying Am I crazy going off of upside here and saying Ojabo? You know, but I guess that's more of a pass rusher, right? So, oh my goodness, I don't know. And then my three safeties, I would have to, you know, obviously Kyle Hamilton's going to be in there. Who else would I throw in that mix? Would I put? I don't know if I put Brisker in there. I'll put Brisker in there. I'll put him as 3 or something. We'll see. He could be pushed out. You put me on the spot with this. See, usually I got like this whole list I can look through. You put me on the spot. You put me on the spot with this. I'm sorry. This is a bad answer. Let me see. My third safety. Who would I put in that third? Who would I put another safety in that spot? I'm trying to think. I don't know if I put Dax Hill in there or Petrie. Honestly, he did impress, especially at the Senior Bowl. Ah, man, I don't know. Jermaine Johnson. Yeah, I'm not that high on Jermaine. I'm not. I like him. Don't get it twisted. I'm not that high though, and I haven't been that high, and that's based off of film. You know, I know the Senior Bowl got him hype. I mean, if we're being real, Senior Bowl is what put him on the map for most people, and that's cool because it did. Especially that one rep they showed on Twitter where he's running over Kennard out of Kentucky. You're watching that, and you're like, okay, whoa, who's this guy? And he's a good athlete. He ran with the linebackers today. I'm just not completely sold on his pass rush to be like, yeah, he's a top pass rusher for me. He'd be a great value, I think, in 20s, 30s. Can't say I'd do it in the top 10, though. I can't say I could find any way to put him in the top 10. But he moves well, so there's always that. Verone McKinley. Man, I don't know if I put Verone McKinley in my top 3, though. I don't know if I can put him in the top 3. Yeah, Lewis Kai might have to be in there. I don't know. I'm gonna have to revisit that one. Make sure I got a real good feel on where I'd go with that. Because now this whole order is jacked up. This whole order is completely messed up now that we did that. Who else do we have? Chris Hinton. Yeah, he definitely can't sink very much, but you know, he's giving some good effort, I thought, today. Jeffrey Gunter. Nice body control, we thought, with a really cool catch. He contorted his body completely sideways to make it. Neil Farrell, I like this guy. Neil Farrell has also, to me, become a player that is in the running again. And I didn't know if he was for a little bit because I really questioned his two-gap ability. But as a day 3 pick, Neil Farrell's become back into question because for me, what I saw today was he's very light on his toes. Kind of gives me some Lee McNeil vibes in that aspect. He was pretty high in his spin, which is normal. Again, Lee McNeil, you saw him coming out. He could do a spin, but it was usually super high. But he's interesting. He made a lot of impact in Senior Bowl, and I think he's another guy that caught eyes at Senior Bowl, and he's built off of that. Ebikete. All right, chat, thoughts on Ebikete. I think Ebikete is he might be the most interesting edge. He might be a top 3 DN. Ebikete is weird because, look, he's played for a while, so, you know, he should be more polished. He should be as polished as he is. The measurables, let me see what I have here. He didn't do the 40, but his measurables came back really good. I actually think I wrote these down. I think his measurables came back really good. Let me check this actually real quick. I wanted to be official on this one because I'm pretty sure he blew away some of these, like, you know, the measurables that we were expecting here, which is huge. It's huge because it was one of my questions about him. Kayvon did 27 bench press reps. Shout out to that. That's impressive. Do we have Ebikete on here? 21 bench press reps. Solid. Very solid, you know, for his build. 38-inch vertical. Come on, man. 38. Broad jump. 10-8. Like, bro, I didn't expect these kind of numbers Ebikete would be able to put up today. I really didn't. I didn't think he'd put up these numbers. Okay, now this 3-cone's not beautiful here from Logan. Come on, man. But... oh, 20-yard shuttle. We had the fastest 20-yard shuttle for Aiden Hutchinson. Well, dang. But Ebikete's interesting. This dude is polished. He can pass rush, and he does it with moves. He has a plan. He doesn't, you know, do it based off of pure athleticism. But then you see these numbers, and you're like, whoa, he's got more upside than maybe I thought. So got to bring him up. Good player. Arnold Ebikete, I like him. He may slide in to be my 3rd favorite edge rusher. I don't know. We'll see. He's being talked about, though, internally right now. Zach Carter moved pretty well, which was kind of expected because that's the role he's played at Florida. The Ben's obviously not there, though. I don't see him as a pure edge. I don't know what his role is either. He's kind of a weird tweener to me, too. I don't know what his role is at the NFL. I've liked Matthew Butler. Because I think what you see with Matthew Butler, and we saw it today, you didn't always see the movement, but what you saw with Matthew Butler, you didn't see the side-to-side movement. It didn't always look pretty, trying to stop, change direction, and that could be issues on zone, rushes, but you always see the burst. The first step downhill is boom, boom, it's explosive, and I think you saw that on his film too. It's the first step. He wasn't always on the field for Tennessee, but he could blow some things up in the backfield. So again, if you're looking to shoot guys that can get back there, Matthew Butler's on that list for sure. Yeah, Nick Bonito, he moved well too. Let's go back to linebacker. Make sure I don't miss anything here. What's the chat saying? What about Travis Jones? Oh yeah, dude, I love Travis Jones. That's goal lines. I'm glad he is, because Travis, like I said, I mean, this would be an interesting take. Like, you hit round 3, he's still there. He, depending on what you've done it to that point, he's got to be someone you consider. Because I love Travis. I mean, his tape is good. He dominated Senior Bowl. And then you see the numbers today, and he blew me away because I didn't know he had that much athleticism, to the point where I'm thinking, whoa, he's got more versatility than just being a pure nose that could play 1 tech, 0 tech. So he's definitely someone that'd be in consideration. I know we have Pennicini. I know we do. But early downs, and I know it's, the pass, but we don't need him on pass down. Why would we put him out there on pass downs? Early downs, you can always have competition. Pennicini wasn't drafted for that kind of defense. So he's got to be someone, man. He's got to be someone that you bring up. Now, let's continue. Who do we got a linebacker that we got to bring up here? Quay Walker. Quay Walker, look, gosh, man, these Georgia dudes were killing it. I got to be honest, man. And Rad's guy, Channing Tindall, did his thing. 4.53, 4.54. Dude's flexible. Could easily play a will linebacker. Probably could play a sandbacker. Quay Walker looked good, too. Nefi Sewell, we got to see him run at the end. Brandon Smith put up some good numbers, which is expected. Actually, they got some athletes in Penn State at linebacker. They always do. Trey Williams didn't look great, but he didn't look like, he didn't look like a linebacker. He looked like more of he looked kind of, built bigger. Josh Ross, yeah, he had some slow 40s. Again, I don't know if that's a big surprise either. I mean, I was hoping to be a little higher than that, but to me, he looks like a backup Mike for someone. They even said possibly a transition to fullback. I could see that because he's very like aggressive. He plays with a very aggressive mindset, but he wasn't always consistent, even as a run defender, I felt like. So that could be an interesting transition, especially if he goes late like a lot of people think he does. I mean, it's always something that happens. Linebacker to fullback happens a lot. Chad Muma, like I said, I thought Chad Muma moved well. I think Chad Muma kept himself or moved himself up after today. I don't think these people get caught too much in the 40 times. Maybe some do, because I think, again, there's certain teams that are going to look at that and be like, no, we want 4.4, and there's a couple guys that'll give you that. If you want to will Christian Harris, he'll give you that. There's certain guys, Nakobe Dean will give you that, but he won't give you that. But he's fast, and he's fast enough to play, I think, in any defense in the NFL. Boye Mafe, he went with linebackers, which was interesting, because we had a couple guys in here, edge rushers going with linebackers. Boye Mafe is also pretty raw too, and it wasn't like every game he was great, but he definitely flashed, and his moments were great, and he caught my eye at Senior Bowl. I think he caught everybody's eye at Senior Bowl, and immediately made himself a second-round target, it feels like. We'll see where people look at that, how much immediate help are they looking for. But down the road, he looks like he's going to have a lot of upside. DeMarco Jackson flew through the bag, super light. Like I said, Christian Harris, yeah. Aaron Hansford, we didn't get to see him go. Aaron Hansford, I drafted him one of my mock off season. What else do we got? Jojo Doman. I say Doman. I know it's wrong. I'm wrong with so many of these. I was calling to Marvin Liao for this longest time. That's the one thing about this All 22, man. You hear no names, and I'm out here calling guys by the wrong name so much. Why not Ross, Michigan? 4.8, not bad. Like a third, fourth round pick. I don't think I do it third, fourth round, honestly. I'm not. It's not even the 40 time that gets me. I think it's part of it because, it was one of the lower 40s in this class, and I think the Lions do want some speed. What I would say if I drafted Ross is I would like it. I think he'd be cool to back up a guy like Derek Barnes. I think he's he's been there for a minute, so I think he's more of a ready guy, which is nice. But I think he's just a downhill player. I don't love him in coverage at all. I think your special teams ability, like I said, maybe even a fullback flexible here. He's tough. He's gritty. He'll be that kind of player for your team, I think. I think he'll be that kind of guy for your team. So maybe late, but I don't think I'd do it in mid-rounds. I don't think I could do that. Maybe he does, though. Maybe he comes after that. I just don't think he's there right now, at least for me. Pretty limited with speed and hands. Oh, we're talking about Josh Ross. Oh, we just went all the way. Oh, Josh Ross. Okay, my bad. I was thinking receiver. I was thinking Justin Ross. Like, how did we get here? Okay, I see what you're saying. Tackle Anderson. Oh, okay, Anderson out of Montana State. He plays linebacker, wide receiver, quarterback. Ran 4.40. I've been a fan for a while. Yeah, there's a transition, and that's helped a lot of these dudes, I think, going from quarterback and then playing linebacker, for sure. I think that's a heck of a benefit to have, man. It's a good background to have. Once we see, we'll be able to go direction. For sure. It feels like that, right? Feels like that. But I think we're still going to plug a lot of holes in this, so it's still going to leave a lot of things open. But I do feel what you're saying. Let me check how long this is. Yeah. I don't even know. Honestly, I don't know what I'm doing with OBS at this point. At this point, I have no idea what I'm doing with it. But I will update more of these numbers. I know I'm a little bit behind in some of these numbers right now. Tomorrow we have defensive backs and place kicking, so you know that it'll be all right. Today I was just excited. I loved watching the D lineman. Literally my favorite part. Linebacker was cool, but D line was awesome. I thought a lot of linebackers looked really good, but D line was awesome, man. I loved it. I was just like, dude, this is so fun to watch. I love the D lineman, man. This is a great D line class. They kept saying it. I mean, I've dove into this D line more than other D lineman classes in the past, but maybe they're right. It's just deep. It's just deep, and it feels like there's so much talent here. Perrion Winfrey, right? No one's going to even talk about him coming out of this. But at one point, we're saying early second round, but now we're all bringing all these dudes up, and you're like, whoa, where's Perrion Winfrey going? So, I mean, you got to love that. Harris Armuma has to be a 32 pick. I think that's the pick as a lock. Okay, I mean, I can see that being very possible. Hey, Dose, how early do you think Lions take a linebacker? Initially, I thought they'd wait. But when you have 3 picks in the top 34, you know, right now, depending on trades, I think it makes it very easy to move up. Not move up, but take a higher one just because of what you've already taken. So I think earliest, I don't even want to, like, set it at 44. I think a 32 is the earliest. I do. If someone really fell, I don't know who that would be, though. I would say realistically, if I had to predict, I'd say 34 is the earliest. Likely with the pick after 34, whatever that lands. Right now it's 66, wherever that lands. But man, yeah, there was some, and those Georgia guys, like you're gonna have to keep an eye out for them because they feel like the people that there's the worry because of production, but then there's also the fact that it's just like, yeah, they're just so good athletically, and all of them are insane in how good that defense was. There's more that he can do than what you saw than what you've seen in his college, you know, career. There's more than that. D'Angelo Malone is good too. He's a little bit on the smaller side though, so you know I expect him to kind of fly through some things. What else I want to bring up? I don't know. I just really wanted to bring up this dude out of Ohio State, though, because I think Tyreek Smith is the dude you got to watch. Underrated, very good technique. He looks like the type of player that would plug into this defense right away and fit. And there's still some versatility there, but I think he's super comfortable out of a three-point stance. So you could just like, okay, go do this, and it's going to work. It's just, do we need another one at that point, depending on how the draft goes? We just may not. So they may not do it. And, of course, the crazy 40 time that their first guy put up. Malcolm Rodriguez impressed. Seems like an MCDC guy. Did I write anything on Malcolm? Let me see. Wait, where are we going? Oh, quarterbacks. Hold up. Yeah, here he is. I didn't write anything on it. I might have put some of my notes. I had some notes down here. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything that I wanted to bring up. Oh, let's actually pull this up. Let's get off of this page for a second because I don't have all these updated. Let's go back here. Take a look at some of these scores that some guys put up today. Let's go to linebacker. Bam. Let's start with 40. We saw the 40 times. Let's go to the bench. Come on, Chad. 27 bench press reps? Bro, you're playing. I didn't even know he did that. He put up 27 bench press reps? Dude. Come on, man. Talk about being able to handle linebackers at the next level. That's versatility right there. Devin Lloyd did his thing too. Aaron Hansford, shout out to my guy, Aaron Hansford. I see you. I thought our defense would be a little different, though. I thought he'd have to handle more blockers, but now it sounds like they want to keep him free and working downhill. So maybe that's not as much of a likely pick, but I thought so because I was like, oh, well, he's going to have to handle linebackers. So I feel like I made a good point there. I just may have been off because it may have changed a little bit. It just may have moved up a little bit. 40 verticals. Chad Muma blew me away. The guy had a 40-inch vertical. Are you kidding? Bro, you're kidding. 40-inch vertical? Now, hey, you guys are bringing up whose name I cannot pronounce. I have not watched my film on this guy. I'm going to be straight up and honest. I don't want to say stuff that I don't know. I don't know much about this dude. So I'm not even going to go into it that much. But the 40 times legit. I mean, the 40 and a half inch vertical is legit. Jeremiah Moon. Looks like a dude that could work on edge, honestly. Channing Tindall, 42-inch vertical, ridiculous. Channing Tindall has to be on the Lions board. Booma's got to be on everybody's board. So, for sure. What else we got? We got Rodriguez right here. He said he looks like a DC guy. Brandon Smith, I think he's just raw, man. I think he's raw. You got the other Penn State linebacker, of course. Two great athletes right next to each other. Lucetta in there as well. Brian Asamoah, thought he was flying around too. Damone Clark, Nate Landman. Actually, that's an impressive time for Landman. I wouldn't have expected it. His 40 time was kind of ugly, which was unfortunate. Because I mean, Landman plays with heart. He plays with so much heart against the run. It's just his 40. Yeah, he just isn't that athletic. What's going on, BB Ipsy? He's just not that athletic. It's the sideline's lacking. I don't think that'll be a pick. I think he'll be a UDFA, though, by somebody. Someone will like him as a UDFA. Darian Beavers. Who else we got? Troy Anderson. He did well today. Devin Lloyd in here. I'm going to go down the bottom. Christian Harris, solid. Who had the worst one? Justin Ross. Okay. Yeah, he doesn't have those elite athletic tools, it feels like. What do we got? Broad jump. Here he is again. Chad Muma, 10-9. Christian Harris, 11. Jeremiah Mood, Channing Tindall. Like, I feel like these dudes, these three, I would say, are all in play for the Lions. All very much in play for a high pick for the Lions. All three of these guys. And they keep bunching close to each other in the way that they're testing, which makes it super, super interesting. All right, we didn't get much there. Okay, not much here either. Still good times, though. 60-yard shuttle, nothing there. All right, I'm going to go to the end. Did we get anything here that I missed? We looked through this a little bit. I didn't see Cameron Thomas today. He must have. Did he not do on field drills? Maybe he did. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. Michael Clements. I really like the A&M defensive line. They got a lot of guys on there that could be drafted this year. Not as high as Georgia, but there's a lot of guys in there that could be drafted. Like 3, 4 maybe. And they also got Aaron Hansford at linebacker. They got a lot of Leon O'Neal in the back end. They got a lot of pieces. A lot of the draft picks may be coming from A&M. You could see like 6 picks, 7. I don't know. Bowling Green of Ohio today, 6 innings, 1 run. Oh, that's what's up, Big BFC. I love that. That's awesome. People fell in love with Nakobe Dean from Georgia, but where was he tonight? Yeah, he didn't do drills tonight. There was a reason for him not doing drills though. What was the reason? Chat, help me remind me. Was he dealing with an injury? I think there was a reason he's not doing it. I think it was an injury though for him. Oh, D'Angelo Moan with 23 reps. I wouldn't have expected that. That's higher than I would have thought. Dominic Robinson. That dude is long. That dude is really long. He's got some high knees, though. He can get his legs up, though. He's big, but he can get his legs up. Oh, there's Otito. We see you. Man, so many of these guys, they just don't do the workouts. It's crazy. Especially if you're like a late mid, like, I don't know. I guess if you feel like I'm not going to do well, so I don't want to hurt myself, to just let them think. But if you know you can put up a solid score, at least put it out there. I feel like as a scout, as a coach, I'd be like, okay, he wants to show what he can do. Like, he's not afraid to fail. He wants to go show the people, I'm not afraid to fail. I'm going to go ball. Because when game day comes around, when practice comes around, they're going to see what you look like. They're going to see what you're about. And I know these are just testing, but I'm just saying. I know age and stuff have stuff, but it's just like, I would prefer that. Ebakete, though, he blew me away with his scores. Boye Mafe, great score. George Karlaftis, I didn't know he had that kind of explosion. So, that's impressive. Definitely something to keep an eye on there. Impressed me big time. Because he doesn't win with that. I don't feel like. Maybe he wins with more explosion than bend around the edge. But it's still a good score. Hutch, 36. We could take that. Hey, beat Trayvon Walker. And Walker was going crazy. All these dudes were. Tyreek Smith, my guys, 34. We see you. Logan Hall, 30. Okay, he's long limbed though. Like Logan Hall don't look like a guy that's gonna jump very. He had to be the tallest dude there. He might have been the tallest dude there. He's up there with Jordan Davis. Which is more a priority, defense line to linebacker? It's hard not to say linebacker with that. But what I would say, I would have to say linebacker, but I would also say, because where we're at on the roster, but I would say where I expect the Lions to, like, prioritize, and this is just a complete prediction, so I could be completely off. Where I expect us to prioritize this offseason, I would think they'd go higher capital invested at D-line again. I'm going to, straight up prediction, could be completely off on that, very possible, but I'm just throwing it out there. But I think linebacker has to be the bigger need because we need at least one. We need at least one. Barnes start next year. I'm saying it right now. There's no question Barnes is starting at Mike next year. But we need a will. We need a will. And maybe that could be Jalen. But I don't think they're gonna sign him and be like, all right, we're good. Like I don't think it's one of those situations. I think he's coming back though. We'll see what happens. What else we have? Broad jump. Oh man, Barno's killing that too. Ebikete's up there again. I mean, Ebikete tested so well. Really well, man. Jermaine Johnson gets in that one. Who's at the bottom here? Yeah, that don't shock me. None of these really surprised. No disrespect. It just didn't look like they were gonna kill it. 9-9 for Hutch. What is this? Broad jump. Okay. I can't believe Hutch had the highest 3 cone. I mean, there was only 5 guys doing it, but it's it still sticks out. It's all right. Highest 20-yard shuttle. I mean, that sticks out too. Like, that's impressive. And he's got a lot of bigger dudes in here. Wow, Trey Williams had a 4.24. Yeah, Trey. Hey. Okay. Take a receiver at 32, then linebacker at 34. Hey, look, however it works out, I'm cool. I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. As long as we get a backup tackle, I'm cool with it. Whatever we do, just address backup tackle, and I'm cool. That's all I'm going to say. Please. Please, Lions. Just give us a backup. Please. So it don't have to be your first anywhere. Just please. Hutchinson was just okay today. Wasn't impressed. Other guys impressed me more today. I don't know. I mean, I guess it depends on what it means to impress. Like, it depends on what you're looking for. For me, the combine, like when I watch the combine, I'm not like, who is, you know what I'm saying? The combine is a lot of times I think they use it as just a check mark. And the only check mark I really needed from Hutchinson was the first 10 yards. And I thought he checked that out of this world. The only thing that I didn't like to what you're saying was, again, the complete bend there, I think is still not still, but I just think it's lacking, and it could it could affect him because I think it's one of his biggest knocks, honestly. He does win with his feet, but the complete bend around the edge is lacking. So we saw that again today. So it kind of I think Aiden Hutchinson, what he did was he checked a lot of boxes today. He checked a lot of what you expected, and maybe we had, I think if maybe you had too high expectations. I don't know. But I feel like he just checked a lot of boxes that you expected to see today. Hutch literally tested as the most agile edge. Hutch 32, Brisker 34, Howell 34, 66. Hutch at 2, Brisker ain't worth it. Yeah, I don't know if I'm that high on Brisker. I don't know if I like him that. I don't know. He's just more of a box guy to me, which could be fine. I mean, he could play split coverage. He's almost like a linebacker, to be honest. It's been a minute, though, so I might have to dive back into it. Muma's a lock at 32 if there. So let's do this then. Because, hey, look. Shout out to everybody in here. I appreciate it. I love the different opinions. I want to ask this. Who is your favorite? Not even that. Who is your favorite prospect at the Combine today? Or who stuck out to you? Who was like, whoa, because that's how it goes, man. So comment that player. I want to see who stuck out to us. Safety, wide receiver, and edge or deep. I'd agree with that. I think D-line's deep. I think interior D-line's deep. Maybe not as much nose tackle. But interior D-line as a whole, I think is deep. I guess, I don't know if I'd say that. I think it's deep in terms of guys that can get downhill. Petrie is a better option. I feel like this is the year. Love Petrie. Okay, there you go. Jordan Davis. I want to, hey, for my guy who said Hutchinson didn't impress you, who was that guy that stood out, though? The guy from Penn. Okay, guy from Penn. Brandon Smith. Walker. Davis. Yeah, Davis was awesome today. Okay, Chanel, is that Chanel? Trayvon Walker. I would switch to Brisker and Howell pick because 5th-year option. Oh, that's true. Jordan Davis, Trayvon Walker. Yeah, shout out to the Georgia dudes, man. They killed it. You can't say nothing, man. They killed it. They did their thing. Did I miss any of these positions we were looking through? I don't want to miss any of these. We got a vertical from the interior D lineman, Jordan Davis, 32. Stop, man. That's crazy. Matthew Butler, 32. That's impressive, too. Hey, Matthew Butler. Don't sleep on Butler. I would say, like, Tyreek Smith and Matthew Butler are 2 guys in the front 7. This dude, okay, I can't pronounce his name. That's why I wasn't even going to say it. I've watched him a little bit, though. I'm not even going to try. You know what? Forget it. He had the highest vert, though. Shout out to him. Chris Hinton had a 30. Okay, I probably wasn't expecting that. Mathis, Farrell. Those are big dudes, man. Those are big dudes. But then again, so is Jordan Davis. Jordan Davis is just jacked. I think that's what it is. That dude is just jacked. All right, let me check this out real quick. What was I gonna look up? I was gonna look up something here and I completely forgot what it was. All right, I'll come back to it if it comes back to me. I don't remember what I was doing. Let's go through these. Broad jump. Oh, I remembered. Okay, one second. I think I had. I don't need to use that. Never mind. Oh, dear. Okay, there we go. Zacoby. I love that name. It's a good name. That is a good name. I like that. All right. But the combine is all one thing. 114 sacks. All about production. That's wild. It's wild how split that was. When we did the ones and twos, man, it was literally 50-50. I would say that's 50-50. I mean, we had to put a poll up, but it seemed that way. Butler over Hall. At DT, I mean, it's weird because, the body types are so different. Like, I feel like Butler's got at least 40 pounds on the dude. Butler can't play. I don't see Butler playing 5 tech. I don't see that being a thing. He'd be more of a pushed in guy. I like the idea of trying to make Logan Hall like a 5 tech because of his edge background. I like that idea, and on passing downs, pushing him at a 3. I like that rotation. So I think they're a little different. Would I put Butler above Hall? No, I wouldn't do that yet. But I do like Butler. He'd be close to him in terms of rankings. Is Rad coming on? No, I don't think he is. He's out today. I'll say that. I'll just say that. Edge rusher, not going to change the Lions. It still stuck until they get a quarterback. I mean, hey, we've been terrible for years and we had a quarterback. So Jordan Davis is a bigger, more athletic Casey Hampton. There you go, Casey Hampton. There you go. What? Hey, when they throw up the comps, I can't. Some of these dudes, I just don't know who they are. I'm like, I don't even know who that is, man. Who you comping this to? But I do like when they show the videos. The only thing is, like, I wish we would talk some more about this, like, you guys don't hear about it all the time. Like, I get it, okay, but can you, like, explain the drill a little more? I mean, Devin Lloyd will be the best overall player in the draft. You heard it here first. Ooh, okay. Shoot, I like the prediction, though. I mean, Devin Lloyd's smooth, man. Smooth. Still my one linebacker. For sure. Saw some Cameron Thomas. Okay, someone asked me this yesterday. I got to dive into more Cameron Thomas stuff. I'm just going to be straight up with you on Cameron Thomas. I got to watch more there. I know I have, because there's a reason I haven't, like, dove into it. But I think that may have been for schematic reasons. But now it'll be someone I have to dive back into because now it's like, okay, we're doing something a little different, and now he's a better fit. So I'm gonna have to dive back into that one. But I'm just trying to be, we got time. We'll get there, but that's my bad. I don't know enough about him yet. I'm thinking, we're back in. Oh, okay. Hall is 6'6", beast, can play anywhere. I love Logan Hall, man. I think I don't know. I feel like you want to find of course you want to find like a normal spot for him on early downs if he's out there. But what would be so cool with Hall is I don't think he'd have to come in and start. And sometimes that's like deterring. Like, really, he's not gonna come and start, but I think it'd be really beneficial for him. Brockers is not going to be here forever. He's getting up there in age, and push Levi and give you some versatility, like you said, from 3 to 5s, especially in passing. I mean, the guy's literally played outside linebacker. I don't want him doing that because I didn't think he was very effective there because he doesn't have Ben around the edge. But in the interior, he's got that first step. Okay, I'm going to have to dive into Cameron Thomas then. You know what? Let me write him down so I don't forget. Because you guys ask me about him all the time. And I stopped diving into him in the past. The SDSU guy. I love that school name too. I'd rather take Minshew than... yeah, I don't know. I think it'll end up being someone... I think, my original prediction was the Lions would bring back Tim Boyle. I think they'll probably go a different direction. And the reason I'm saying that is because the more and more I looked into it, and they could bring back Tim Boyle still, but the more and more I think about it and think about the Lions, how much it felt like they were kind of pushing to have Tim Boyle play so they could really see him. I feel like they really tried to get the feel on him as much as they could last year, being under a 1-year deal. And, well, I don't know how they feel about it. He might test free agency, see if he get more of a payday, because if he pushes like $3 million, Lions could just stay away from it. So he's still probably someone I think they're still interested in. But I can see them going a different direction for sure as a backup. What's your ideal linebacker for this defense this year? I think a lot of these dudes fit. Like, chat, you're saying it. You're saying it all. I think a lot of these dudes fit. Whether that's Christian Harris, Chad Muma, I think fits everything. I think you just want a guy that can. I want a guy that can blitz effectively, because I know Aaron Glenn's not going to hold back with blitzing. Like, we blitzed so much last year, and our guys couldn't even blitz. Straight, like, our dudes just could not blitz well. It's a Aaron Glenn thing. It's an Aaron Glenn thing to blitz on third down. It's not even an Aaron Glenn thing. It's the Saints thing that he took from there. But it's blitzing on third down, a lot of zero coverage. So a guy that can do that, and then he's got to have the ability to cover a running back, linebacker, comfortably. I like for early downs the zone ability. But definitely blitzing has got to be high up there. And, of course, someone with some speed that we can fly around. And that could deter them a little bit more away from worrying about size as much as they're just worried about how effective they are. Prediction: Lions take neither Hutch or KT. Man, when are we going to get a trade back? We never get trade backs. We always talk about it. We're like, hey, Lions, let's trade back. Oh, the Lions are going to trade back. They don't trade back. Maybe this is the year, because I feel like it's been a little bit quieter about trade back talk. And maybe now they do it. Maybe not, though. I could be just sleeping. Mari Cooper and free agency would be sweet. I ain't paying that much money, man. Heck no. Heck no, man. I guess it would open up the draft a little bit, though. Those Marcus Mariota or Desmond Ridder. Desmond Ridder. I take the rookie, man. I take the rookie. I don't dislike Mariota, but I think Mariota's price gets a little high. Mariota might be a starter this year for somebody. I don't know for sure. But I think he might be a starter for somebody this year. And I think his contract, you could be pushing $5-6 million. I mean, look at, who was it? Andy Dalton got $10 million a year. Now, he was more of a starter, though. So I could see him pushing for a starter role. Plus, I would take Ridder because, it's the rookie deal. He's a rookie, and I think he's a very smart player, so I could let him just develop back there. I wouldn't want to use a high pick on it, but, I'll go with Ridder. It's a nice middle pack of linebacker class. It is. It is really. It really is. It feels like a lot of the names are pushing up. It's just kind of my take on it. I feel like a lot of these dudes their names are being brought up much more. Uh-oh, here we go. I'm not a Gallup fan either. Straight up. And I think Gallup's going back, though, Owen. He might hit free agency. Oh, I love this beat. Can I save this? Yes. Yes. I think he's going back, though. I think that's why they're moving on from Mari Cooper. That way they had the cap to bring him back. I think. I wasn't the biggest, fan of him, but I don't think he's going to be available at this point. We need guys willing to be coached. There you go. Kenneth Walker, hold up. Thoughts on Chris Hinton? I thought he should return to school. Look slow, agility. Yeah, he did. He did. I say some of the numbers that he put up though were solid. I didn't expect some of these numbers that he dropped. Some of the numbers that he dropped were pretty good. No, yeah, I definitely thought he did look super agile. Feels like around 6, 7, maybe around 7. Because he is a nose tackle, so it could push him up. But usually those guys don't go super high anyway. So I would say probably in that range. I don't know. It wouldn't be. So I don't think I'd be pounding the table to get him, but you can't have enough depth, I guess. Did you hear that the Lions and Washington football team called about golf? Lions said second or nothing, so they declined. That's what I understood. I did not hear that. I'll have to look it up though. Now that you said that, I did not hear that. I've heard Washington football have been calling some teams. They called. Who's the team they called? They called the Seattle Seahawks. I heard about Russell Wilson, and apparently they offered a couple firsts, but they said no. Washington Commanders called about Jared Goff. Okay, I did not see. Oh, that was 2 days ago. Do we know? Okay, I'm gonna check that out. That might have to be a video. Oh, it says According to General Manager Martin Mayhew said the Commanders have spoken to every club that has a quarterback who might be available. Dang. They called Kirk Cousins. They called about Rodgers. So we don't know for sure, I guess it looks like, according to this article that I'm just reading right now. You're probably right. But they called about every club's quarterback. So maybe they called it. Yeah, hey, they want a quarterback. I'm sorry, Taylor Heineke. Gosh, dang. They made it clear. We want a quarterback. We called everybody. You got the Packers GM. Wait, hold on. So the Packers GM's lying then. He's lying saying he didn't get a trade call because this dude literally just said he called everybody. So I'm just throwing it out there. What? They called everybody? They couldn't get a deal? Come on, man. You get someone. It's hard to find a quarterback, I guess. It's hard to find a quarterback. I guess that's what it tells you, man. Beasley, he has asked to trade from Buffalo. I've been hearing stuff like that. Asked about Mahomes. That's too far. You knew that was gonna go down. Hey, you know what? You gotta shoot your shot though. You don't know unless you shoot the shot. Okay? Come on. What y'all think? Mahomes, I mean, look, he's a good quarterback. But let's be real. Y'all could really use this first round pick. Okay. Really. Y'all can get another one. You know he's not that dude. You know he's being carried. Let us get him out of there and open up some salary cap. We know you paid him $500 million. We feel bad. We feel bad. I'm gonna have to look into that more though, because that is interesting. Wow. I'm gonna write that down. I'm glad they didn't do it. I'm glad they didn't. I don't want to be in a spot where I don't have a quarterback. Who's your favorite free agency receiver? Sorry, the beats are getting to me now. Now it's starting to roll. I don't know. I don't know who my favorite would be at this point. It's a good question. That's a really good question. I don't know. Washington call every team for a quarter. It's wild. Hold on. That's wild, man. Good for them though, bro. They're not holding back. I don't know how they didn't get a deal with somebody. Did they not have draft picks? How did you look great today? I thought so too, man. So let's take one final look at all this. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Shout out to everybody in here, man. I appreciate it. When y'all said get them likes up, it just went like boom. It went to 40, and I was like, what the heck just happened? I didn't know it did that in live time. Kayvon said he don't need to be coached. A red flag for me. Oh, he said he don't need to be coached? What? When did he say that? Bro, that ain't the move. Hold up. You got to be coached, man. You got to get better. You always got to learn, man. Nothing a coach can tell me that I already don't know. What? Wait, where did he say that? That's messed up. Oh, my goodness. Better call his steers to let us get Haskins back. Oh, snap. That's an L. No, there's lines. There's lines that need to be drawn. Do not do it. Don't do it. Don't do that to yourself. You know how bad you look? Hey, hold up. Hey, about Haskins. He did beat the Lions. You know, you guys got Rudolph. You can't go about Haskins. That is oh my gosh. Oh. Wow. I didn't know that was a thing though. I would love to see that. Where are we at on the Smoke Monday video? Because that name goes, dude. It's funny that you guys keep bringing up. Someone's like, "Don't forget Smoke Monday." I was like, "I won't forget him." We're always talking about. Here he is again. I was thinking on him driving to the house today. I was thinking about Smoke Monday. I'm like, we got to talk about Smoke Monday. Wow, dude. This is the link. Oh, the links won't show up. Can you put it in the comments of the? Oh, I don't think you can. The link won't show up. Can you like type in the title of the article? Because I really want to see that if it's an article or if it's in video. Kayvon will be a bad fit for the Lions. Big red flag. Yeah, I didn't know he said that. Wow. I would love to see where he said that. That's crazy. Tony Romo. Hey, that's he might hype the guys up. Tony would hype the guys up. I believe that. That might be better than Haskins. I'd be better than Haskins. Yeah, I'd take that a bit for Haskins. If I'm Pitt, I'd get Haskins a second rounder for him. For who? Oh, wait. Hold up. Nah. If Rodgers leaves, we will own the NFC next year. This is the time. Check it out, Dose. Commanders called the Steelers about Charlie Batch. Whoa. Yo, Taylor Heineke, right? Y'all need to just go sign Trubisky and be done with it. I'd like DJ Chark if he wasn't too much. I should have watched DJ Chark more. I should have watched him more. I watched his stuff last year. He was definitely not his best last year. I'll say that. Definitely some issues with quarterback play, though, as well. I will admit that. So, I know he was better in the past. If his price drops, I could see it. I mean, you know. And would love to see Drake London. I would love to see that, too. That would be money. I know, we can't put links in the chat. I really want to see this. I'm just going to have to look this up. Wait, what were we looking up again? Hold up. Now I forgot. What were we looking up again? Oh, Kayvon. What Kayvon said. I want to see this. Doesn't need to be coached. Maybe that'll come up. I don't know. Why he doesn't want to play for the Rams. Oh, well, I don't know if I want to play for the Rams because of tax purposes. Oh. What? Yo. This dude's crazy. Don't ask me about nobody. He said, what'd he say? Don't ask me about nobody. If they not here, it's for a reason. Okay, that's not what I was looking for. Wait, who is leaking? Football is my main focus. Winning a Super Bowl, getting a yellow jacket, being defensive rookie of the year is my goals. I love to hear that. Love it. I don't think I need to convince teams I love the game, but that's the narrative. There's always has been some narrative that's drawn. For me, I'm a Los Angeles kid, but he doesn't want to go to the Rams. Okay. And if you know the adversity I went through to get here, and the things I had to sacrifice, and things for my mother had to do to sacrifice for me to get me here, you'd really understand how I feel in my heart. When you talk about fire, when you talk about passion, I like this. This is giving me hype. I think you can't really explain it. I get emotional thinking about it because all the sacrifices it took for me to get here, I wouldn't have made those sacrifices if I didn't love the game. All right, I'm really trying to find this quote. I'm very aggressive chess player. Wait, what? Wait, that took a whole 180. How did we get to that? Okay. You have to put people in pressure moments so you get what you want out of situations. For me, I'm putting my queen out there first, and I'm making you make decisions. Oh, snap. You moved the queen. Stop. Because a lot of people make bad decisions when they're under pressure, just like a quarterback. Okay, I like that. I see how you finessed that together. That was clean. That's poetry. Do you ever see Drake London said that he was Lions fan? I have seen that since you guys brought it up. And you love to see it. That's the response. You love to see it. If he wants to try to convince every other team not to take him until he lands the 32, then I'm down. I'm not worried about the injury. Would be a dream to get London or Dean somehow after the 2 pick. Both my draft crushes. Those are your draft crushes? Well, I'm definitely with you on the London one. Was that international by Tibbs, so he will fall in the draft to a better team? Ooh. Uh-oh. That's messed up. Because I got stuck on blocks, but also noted a few flaws. There's nothing a coach can tell me that I don't already know. And that's because I'm honest with myself and I watch tape. Oh. Oh, no. Why'd it go away? I was reading. Oh, here we go. Not only can I pass rush, but I can set the edges. I can also bang verticals. Run with the best of them. I'll feel like I'll be a 4-down player and really bring an impact to whatever team I go to. So there you go. I kind of get what he's saying a little bit, but we know you got to keep learning, man. You got to keep learning. You got to keep learning, man. Muma worked his way to a very good spot for the Lions. Good. Hey, come on, man. He's that dude, man. I think Walker gets drafted before Kayvon. Wow, that would be wild. I wouldn't even be shocked though. It's just who takes him. Do the Giants? I'm not saying us, but other than us, the Giants could be interested. I could see it. I mean, if you're really buying into the combine, because every team probably has a different strategy, dude. There's nothing that he didn't show today that he could do. Timbo is a free agent. You can't trade him. That is true. This guy sounds. Oh, you can re-sign him then trade. This guy sounds like another Ebron type. Dang, don't do him like that. Don't do him like that. Nah, he's definitely. Yeah, he. Look, I'm gonna tell y'all. Like, I don't know how this is all gonna play out. Number 1 player in the draft to me right now is still Hutch. I don't know who number 2 is. You know, I'm gonna be real. I don't know. Trayvon Walker play anywhere in the line. He can. Thoughts on Christian Watson? Love me, Christian Watson. Love it. Christian Watson would also be a cool guy I'm cool with taking with their 2nd or 3rd pick. Because I understand the production's not there. There are things that I don't love about him when you watch his, game film. But we know about the speeds. We know about the size. He's 6'5". What he can do after the catch. But what sticks out to me, because you're looking for that character side of things, it's a blocker. The way that he blocks. Okay? And, you'll see it. I'll even overhype it like a guy blocks well. This dude looked for contact as a blocker. Like, he was looking to block the springboard plays so he could celebrate with his teammates. I'm like, that's the part that stuck out to me over everything. That's when I watched the film and I see this guy go from one side of the field all the way over to the other, and I'm like, what the heck is he doing? That's like, dang. I like that. So I think that build alone will put him in the conversation for early round 2. I hope we trade to 5, draft Walker. We trade to 5, draft Walker, London, and Muma in the first 3 picks. Trade back to 5. Then get London and Muma. Walker will be interesting, though, because let me go back to him real quick. I want to see what he officially weighed in at. I want to see. Oh, we're on the wrong thing. Wait. No, here he is. I want to see what he officially weighed in at. Can we see that on here? Does that? I think it probably shows you. Where is he? No, his scores would have been up here. What am I doing? There he is. Let's see what he came. Does it tell you what he came in at? I want to see what he weighed in at. 6'5", 270. Yeah, I mean, like, it's not a bad size. It feels like a very, how would I even say it? Because he didn't play like a normal defensive end pass rushing role. One second, guys. One second. Let me get the beats back on. But he didn't feel like he played like a normal defensive end pass rushing type of role. So, but he has the build of a guy that's developed as a 4-3. Like, that's what it feels like. Like, I think a lot of guys come in at like 250, 255, maybe even smaller, and they bulk up a little bit so that they can handle responsibilities, especially if you're going to be asked, to hold blocks and stuff. But he's already there. So maybe he honestly could probably lose some weight, and he's already so athletic at 270 that it's like, dang. It just comes down to that transition, because it's a different way to win, when you're playing that role versus some of the role that he played. I don't know, man. It's an interesting situation. But especially if you trade it back and, Aiden and Kayvon or whatever were gone, or even if Kayvon wasn't gone, it'd be a decision. It'd be a tough decision to make. But I can see the Lions doing it. They trust their guys. They have Todd Wash in there, and he can coach up some defensive ends. He can do that. He can take a guy that's not supposed to be a defensive end and make him play well. So we've seen that. We need a good edge player, agreed. Another linebacker, agreed. Big fast receiver, agreed. Also a good cornerback would help Dion. All right, now the cornerback one. I wouldn't press heavy for cornerback, though. That's the only thing with the cornerback one. I wouldn't press heavy for it. But I understand where you're coming from. DT Fanman is on that train with you. What's your opinion on back-to-back receiver? Dude, I'm completely fine with it. No issue, man. 270, moving 451. Dude, part of Marvel? For real. It's ridiculous, man. That's insane. I mean, I know there's been guys that have come out and been crazy athletic and they just dud, because it's like, that's not the game. You have to be able to be technically sound. You have to find ways to win, things like that. Because if it was, it would just be like, oh, put a fast guy. But it's definitely a start, and he still has been productive. So, it's this wild, man. Thibodeau deserves to go to the Texans. Oh, are we going to re-sign Tracy Walker? I think so. I think we'll sign Tracy Walker back. We should. I'd be absolutely shocked if Tracy Walker was not a Lion next season. Okay, so I don't know. May have missed, but Jordan Davis, dude, hey, you missed, but that's okay. I wish I had more. Oh, is this copyright? Look how he's moving. No, that's probably copyright though. Stop. I'm sorry, I can't show it, but yes. Again, go to DoseOfDion.com if you guys want to check it out. You know, we put updates and stuff over there. Am I still moving? I'm good, too, right? Okay. I can see scenarios where he reads this code. Yeah, I mean, no, I mean that's a big part of it. I mean, they got to speak to him, right? But I don't know. I don't think from an outside point of view looking in, not being able to interview the guy, it's not a good look for me. It doesn't sit well with me. And the fortunate thing about that is I thought he was really good, and I would have loved to see what he could do today. It's just the whole way it transpired doesn't fit well with me. I know he'll do his pro day, but it just doesn't feel right. Would be straight. Yeah, this is the only question I have about it is just like, okay, let's say I roll into next year with 6 corners, which I think we did last year. I know some teams go 4, some teams go 5. Saints one year went 3, okay? It just depends on where you want to stack positions. But let's say we're rolling with 6. I mean, we already have 5 that are, to me, not going to be on the roster next year. Whether that's Okudah, Iffy, AJ Parker, Jerry Jacobs, and who's the other guy? Okudah, Monty. Then it's about the 6th one. So I could see you trying to plug into someone to that spot. I just wouldn't think they'd have a guaranteed shot at making a starter. So I wouldn't like come in with the intentions of I need to go get an outside corner. But if there's someone that I really liked, I could take him. The Roan, I don't remember how to say your name, man. I forgot how to say your name. But he's saying Allie Green, something like that, like a late pick. That'd be cool too. For at least competition. Maybe a versatile guy, that can that could play different spots. Maybe a guy that could, I don't know, compete for safety, cornerback, different roles. Dick came out, he was a cornerback, 5'9", though, so he moved him to safety. Who's your starting slot cornerback right now? Well, it's AJ Parker, but we saw he had to back up. He was in there all season, so we had Will Harris back him up, which was weird. I didn't expect that. We had Will Harris over Nikhil Roby-Coleman, which tells me they like Will Harris. I mean, I don't know, but I feel like they do like Will Harris. Like, they went with him over Nikhil Roby-Coleman, and they saw the versatility, and he never came off the field. If you really think about it, like, he didn't find his way off the field. We just moved him around. So I think he'll be on the team next year. Is Jerry Jacobs signed through next year? Yeah, Jerry Jacobs signed for like the next 2 years, I think. I think he's through the next 2 years at least. I'm pretty sure at least next 2 years. I'm pretty sure. And then also we know, what's the other dude's name? Now I'm tripping. What's the other? Oh, of course Iffy's on his rookie deal. Amani's the only guy though that has the 1 year deal. Only guy. I think Holmes has a set price for Walker. If Walker wants $10 million a year, he's gone. $7 million, sign him. Yeah, I mean, I could see that, especially. And then there's also the setting up the contracts. I could see them backloaded a little bit. Let's say he wants $9 million, right? Then okay, if we want to make this work, which I don't think would be a bad price, I'd bring him back for that. But okay, let's backload a little bit. Let's make that 6 this year, something like that. Maybe some incentives in there. The only comeback I have with the corner side is the other side is we did see the Rams at one point go trade for Jalen Ramsey, go add Marcus Peters, go add Aqib Talib. I think they like to have a vet presence, but there's also the part of, on paper, vet presence makes sense. Like, oh, we need a vet in that room. But at the same time, do you need a vet? Like, you have 2 of the best defensive backs coaches, but you also have every corner who's now played on this team. If he improved big time, Amani's basically a vet at this point. Okudah's been here. A vet can't hurt, but I'm saying, like, do you need it to the point where you got to spend big money on it? It could be just another cheap deal to bring in competition. But at that point, I mean, is a guy like Dunbar even helping you? Because Dunbar was a backup to Amani and Okudah coming into the season, but before everything kind of went down. But that would be the only putback, is that they did go get some big-name cornerbacks, whether that was Aqib Talib, Marcus Peters, or Jalen Ramsey, of course. But when I listened to McVay talk about that, the Ramsey one is just... Ramsey's available, and we just won 11 games. And at cornerback, I think our cornerback's in a better position right now, our cornerback room, than what they were at that time of the trading. And I think you look at it, you're like, oh, let's go make the move. Jalen Ramsey's don't come available. Like, this dude is locked down. He's top corner in the National Football League. He doesn't come available. We can get him and plug him in, and he's going to be shut down and play everywhere. So there's that to it too. But they have found success with late guys and UDFAs, and I mean, I'll say like I said it yesterday. You got cornerbacks last year that were playing to me at a higher levels than Slay, True Fountainer last year. I mean, Justin Coleman did, and we had a worse pass rush. It makes me feel good about where the future is going with some of these dudes. Lions draft Willis at 2, edge at 32, wide receiver at linebacker at 34. Bold prediction. That's bold. That's bold. I mean, if they fall in love with the character of him, I could see it. I really could. I think that's what pushes him in the top 10, man. But I don't know. Like, I don't know. As of now, I feel like they'll stay away from it, but I don't want to count it out. At least I won't count out the fact that they're probably going to put out some smoke screens. I wouldn't question that. You know they're going to put out some smoke screens before the draft. Oh, we kind of like Malik Willis. Like, those will be out there. I can guarantee that. I don't know if they'll get him, but I guarantee those will be out there. Let me get this back on, though. Ooh, I like this beat. Didn't Cameron Thomas get hurt in the 40? Was that Cameron Thomas? Someone did pull up on the 40. It might have been him. Someone did. Oh, I was going to take note of that and I forgot. No, I thought that was Lucetta. Let me look it up real quick. I'm going to look up Cameron Thomas. If it pops up, we'll probably know. I thought that was someone else, but it could have been him, yeah. Time to be limited. Hamstring will only participate in bench press and positional drills. So he came in limited. So I guess that was the situation. And then maybe he pulled up because he already had the hamstring injury. Could that be what happened? He pulled up because he already had the injury and then he hurt it. Oof, I don't know, man. I hope not. Move Okuda. Yeah, that's true, Ken. They said, like, oh, don't be afraid to play the young guy. They said that was one of their things, too. So, move Okuda to safety. He's not good at cornerback. I don't know. I try to talk myself into that, and I think they still could try it. But I think that's just something you got to make happen early. I don't think you can make that happen. I don't think they'll do it. I don't think that's something you could do right before the season. Like, oh, try safety. You could do it. I just don't see it being very effective, and because it's not an easy transition. But I see him putting in work. He do look good. We should get Jabril Peppers. I don't want Peppers. I don't think I want Peppers. I don't trust Peppers' coverage. And in this defense, like, you got to be able to do both. I don't trust his coverage. I know he's been hurt. I guess the Chiefs, the price would probably be relatively cheap, so there is that. And then, of course, he's from Michigan, so we got to love that too. But I don't like the coverage, man. I don't know if I trust it where I can play back and forth on that split coverage look. I know he could play in the box for me. Your Steelers get Jordan Davis. We need some beef. Yeah, that would be nice. That'd be nice. Someone's gonna be hyped when they get him. Whoever gets him gonna be hyped, guarantee. Spoke about it tomorrow. What's he doing tomorrow? Is he doing something tomorrow, or just tomorrow? You want me to check him out? Is he doing something? You said something earlier. I might have missed it. I still believe in Okuda. I do too. I just hope he comes back healthy. Bring back Charles and cut Flowers. He's too much for 23 mil. I'm with you on that. Agreed. This beat's fire though. What is this? This is a chill beat, guys. Also, we gotta get back on DoseOfDion Gaming. I gotta throw that out there. But let's do a final look at the combine, and then we can wrap this thing up. And unless anybody has anything else they want to dive into, tomorrow is defensive backs and place kickers. We should be live again tomorrow. And Kayvon at 2 and he move up for Willis. Whoa, hold up. I'm not on board with even the first part of that. Whoa. Are you saying when I do that, I would not do that? But if that's your strategy, I'm not, I'm not mad at it. A favorite movie. Favorite movie right now. Gosh, man, I'm terrible at these questions. You know what? I'm going to say this. My favorite movie, I remember this when I was like a kid, in elementary school and stuff. They'd be like, oh, what's your favorite thing? Taken was my favorite movie. I always wrote down Taken. So I'll say Taken. Because I'm struggling to think right now. Taken. I love that movie. And even now when I go back, I can't watch it like 3 days in a row because I'm sure it'll kind of lose some of the... But the intensity of when she's taken is it's just unmatchable from a movie I've seen. I love horror movies, love thrillers, but that scene is just the way she looks through the window. It is just different. It hits different, man. I love that. And then of course the way like the whole process, but that part is different. I love that. Can't hear the beat, but I'm down for Smoke Monday. Y'all can't hear the beat? Look at me. I'm sitting here listening to beats by myself. There we go. Now the beat should be playing. Ooh, okay. Y'all gotta let me know these things, man. I look whack. Just bounce my. If you sign Harrison Cup, I mean, Goff got things to prove. He's got to prove it this year. Giants, Broncos, Washington. I don't think a lot of Lions fans are Goff fans. I think some of that changed though when the second half got going, and we got some things back. But not everybody. He's got to prove it, and I'm with that. Liam Neeson's great. He is, man. He's been putting out a lot of movies recently too. You know, I didn't finish watching the one where it was like the ice one, but I know he's been putting out some movies recently. Maybe he's just trying to get a nice little last group in there. I don't know. But I love every single movie in that series. I love it. Even the third one. And I first watched the third. I don't know if I've seen the third one. I was like, I don't like this. So I turned it off the first time. But I've come back to watch it. I was way younger then. And I really liked it. I was like, this is good too. Like, I like them all. But the first one, by far my favorite. It's just different. I don't know. I hear KT is lazy and doesn't love football. I'm not going to question his love for football. I'm just going to question some of the things that he's shown us. I can just based on what I've seen, the decisions that he's made, it doesn't sit well with me. I can question that. And I will question that because I've seen his film. And I know there's some things that I don't love on his film. Smoke Monday going to participate in the combine. Oh, well, okay. I forgot about the dang combine was going on. Okay, yeah, for sure. I will circle Smoke Monday, and I will take a lot of notes on Smoke Monday. I'm sorry. I don't know why I forgot. Giants, Broncos, Washington, and Panthers could be a good trade back. They all want a quarterback. There you go. I mean, hey, Giants could be one. Who would the Giants be moving up in front of though? Houston? I don't think Houston's going anywhere with quarterback. They could threat, but I don't think they would go anywhere because they got what's his name? They got Davis Mills. Even though Watson I think will be out. Then you have the Jets. Is the Jets right? I don't think the Jets are taking one because they got Zach Wilson, who was drafted by that regime. So I don't think they're going to take anybody. Wait, let me pull this up real quick, chat. Let's look at the draft order. I know you probably know the draft order, but I don't. So I want to throw it up on the screen. Draft order. Whoa. Okay. Is this it? What is this? Here we go. Oh my gosh. Stop it. Hold up. Okay, no, this is the order though. Okay, Jacksonville, Lions. So Houston, I don't think they would do it. They could, I guess, but I don't think they would. I thought Davis Mills played solid. Don't think the Jets would do it. So I don't know who they'd be. I mean, maybe if they're just like someone might trade in front of us. That could be interesting. The Giants are definitely an option though, especially from the 7 pick because Carolina could definitely take a quarterback this year. Darnold's still young, but they could do it. Atlanta could do it. Why not? Why can't Atlanta do it? They could definitely do it, right? That feels like something Atlanta would do. Denver, definitely in play. I think they're more in play for a go now type of guy. Atlanta, are they starting like, okay, we're going to rebuild a little bit here? You know, is Atlanta a dark horse for Malik Willis? They don't feel like, I don't know. There's certain like team, like they don't feel like a team that would draft Malik Willis. But are they a dark horse for that? Play Elden Ring on. Is that the new game? I saw someone playing that. I didn't watch it though, but I saw it. I'm going to write that. Write that down because I want to remember that. I think Kayvon would be better than Aiden. Why people hate on Kayvon? I don't know. I don't hate on him. I just think Aiden's a better player. Like I'm just gonna be straight up. It's what I've watched, the film I've seen. I don't think Kayvon's a better player. I think it's more the people. I think it's just more the questions about some of his decision making. Like that's how I put it. Today, not doing the drills, and then saying, well, it's because I want to do linebacker and D line. You could do that today. Yeah, it's a long day. Okay, but this is the draft. I mean, you take this serious, right? This is it. So from an outside looking in, I'd be like, that's kind of weird. Why did you not do that? Especially if the teams thought he was going to do it. Everybody's here. Do it. Why didn't you do it? Except for Sean McVay. So that's weird. You know, there always has been those hustle things. I think it can be blown out of proportion. You know, when you look at like media and stuff, you know, because people can blow it out on Twitter. Like, oh my gosh, he does not do. Like, I think, yeah, he still makes plays. But and he does things like you'll see him run into plays. He's definitely a good athlete. But there just are instances there where he doesn't. You know, it's on his film. So I think there's that, and you tie those together, and you kind of just have some question marks. And then all the crazy quotes he's putting out there. He's not really playing it very political, I would say. You know, because he's putting out a lot of quotes, and that can easily, I think, make people lean one way or another. And it could do that with coaches. I know they get to interview him, we don't. But I think when you say things like he does, which are super bold, which can be good and bad. Maybe some teams like, I love this guy. Maybe other teams like, oh, I don't like what he's saying here. That can fluctuate, I think, big time if you're not giving political answers. No one wants to hear those, but I think it's just the truth, though. What are we saying, chat? Liam Neeson once walked around with a gun hoping to get mugged. Whoa. Dang, is that legit? That sounds like a movie. I don't. Okay, that's tough. That's tough. You're gonna laugh, but Wizard of Oz is my all-time favorite movie. Why is Wizard of Oz your all-time favorite movie? Can I have an explanation? If Malik is there at 6, Carolina taking him. Carolina. Yeah, you know what? That's a good answer. Carolina would do. I think Carolina would do it because they have Sam Darnold. So you're right. I think Carolina would do it. And Carolina can be under contract next year, right? So you don't. Just call me Ronan. Ronan. I don't know why I messed that. I don't know. I've never messed that up. I don't know why. Falcons save $8.1 million if they cut Matty Ice. Oh, okay. So not a ton there. It's probably a lot of dead cap, right? I gotta assume, but that's not bad. Tyreek. Us is overrated. What? Wait. Who said? Did someone say Us? Someone said Us is their favorite movie. I don't know. I like Us. You know, dude, as soon as I figured out, I know this is crazy. If you guys seen Us, I put it together. I'm like, hold up. Us, US. Oh, snap. I put it together and I was so hyped I had to rewatch the movie. But I do like Us. But I like Get Out better. I like Get Out better than Us. Don't watch Blacklight. Liam Neeson movie really bad. It's a new movie. Okay, I won't watch. Hey, that's just how it goes sometimes. You know, everybody puts out some good ones and they put out some trash, and it's like, hey, you know what? It's just sometimes it's got to be like that. You know, they can't all be good. There is some bad ones mixed in here. But good thing is I don't know what that is, and I probably won't know what it was if he didn't say it because it's bad apparently. As a Michigan fan, came on as higher upside than Aiden. Has concern on arm size. Your concern was arm size. That's a fair concern. I don't know. The upside thing's just tough. I don't know. I think maybe higher upside as a 4-3 DN, maybe just because I think he'd plug better into it. I don't know. That'd be hard. My versus video is coming soon on those guys. Watch Atomic Blonde. Okay, guys, I've never heard of that. Joseph will not. Joseph came out that Marcus Williams not your friend. I saw that. Thank you for tagging me in that. I appreciate it. I saw that. So he's not gonna get tagged. Dang, I don't know how they would have tagged that. I don't even know how they did it last year. Soul made a grown man cry. I can't watch Soul, man. I'm pretty sure that's on Netflix. I can't watch that, man. I want to see that. I want to see that. Come on, man. Hey, so that's the best movies, though. Those movies that can tap into the emotional side are the best movies. Lions need a quarterback. Jared Goff ain't it. Okay. Okay. Because I'm old. All right. Well, that's, you know. All right. I want to go through the rest of this draft order, though, to remind myself. So we got Denver. Denver definitely. Yeah, I don't think the Jets will. Quarterback, Washington. Well, sounds like they're going to do it. Maybe they just trade up. It sounds like if they're going to call everybody and not get one, they'll just trade up. Because at that point, or maybe they'll sign someone free agency. But it seems like they want something better than that. They must not love the draft then. So maybe they're just like, dude, we got to get somebody. You know, we got to get someone here. So I don't know what their backup plan is. Maybe it's again just rolling with what their backup is. Maybe they just don't feel good about this draft. Vikings, Browns, Baltimore. Baltimore's got a pretty high pick. That's not normal. That doesn't feel normal. Is this where Jordan Davis goes right here? You know, Philly's got all these picks in here. And yeah, okay. So I just want to know about the top. I know about the rest. The top is where I get confused. Okay. Let me get this off the screen. Think we should take a swing at Williams? I wouldn't have an issue with it. For sure, I wouldn't have an issue with it. Just Jay's getting tagged. Oh man, they just got too much money. They're tagging him again. Wow. They cannot come to a deal with that guy. Let him go. Let him be free, man. I'm with that. I feel that. I feel what you're saying there, my guy. I feel what you're saying there. It just felt weird. It felt weird. It didn't sit right. I don't know. I'm just at the point where I'm cool with a lot of options. Yeah, I mean, I feel that too. I think there's a lot of ways we could go. The exciting thing is I think I'm gonna be like shocked, but not shocked, but I'm gonna be like, what? We did that? No matter who we take, which is cool. Yeah, see, Leo's another one of those guys I gotta watch more on. There's a couple. So Cameron Thomas and Leo are guys I gotta watch more on. It's just the combine's kind of like got me locked into this, but those I will check them out more and I'll get thoughts on them. And trust me, when I get notes on them, at some point they'll be on DoseOfDion.com under the draft. Oh no, they'd be under the draft prospects tab. So let's pull that up. Again, linebacker. We had some of these edge going through linebacker drills. Wild movement. Yeah, he actually impressed me with Drake Jackson's movement was impressive, I thought. I thought he had impressive movement. And we know he's an edge with a lot of upside. He's just young into it. Damone Clark moved well. Chase Campbell. Yeah, I noticed that. When he was doing the bag drills, he was like putting his head down going through the bag drills. I noticed that. He wasn't really trusting his feet. You know, like receivers, you got to trust your hands, fly through it. He wasn't trusting his feet, it felt like. There's a couple guys that took some peeks, but like he was staring down. Darian Beavers, nice dip and bendability. That's big for a pass rusher, right? Especially if you're getting sent off the edge. That's huge. These two guys obviously did their thing. You know, the speed was on display. Leaning on pad swipes. This is when he was working the edge, trying to corner around. Like if you're cornering around a tackle, he was kind of like leaning off it. Like he wasn't staying tight. He was kind of rolling off it. So it makes you question about like some of the flexibility to stick in there. Freeman Bates. Hey, yeah, for real. Free him. Would you cut Flowers now or post you in first? You mind that 60? Yeah. I would cut him now. I would cut him now and save it for free agency. You don't have to, you know. You can still, you know, finesse contracts, but I would cut him now. I don't want to carry that to the new league year. Just for how I've done in my off seasons, I could see the Lions though doing it. I think their strategy to the post for doing first cut where it could make sense, but I would probably do it now. When he keeps saying it's player acquisition phase, I'd do it now. You see that Jordan Peele trailer for his new movie? Yo, what's that called? That like alien thing? Is that an alien movie? I don't know what that is. It's called like, it had like 2 words in the title, but I was like, what? Hey, anytime he puts out a movie, I'm hyped. Anytime. All right, let me figure out what we're doing here. What is this? Okay, yeah. So I want to showcase this. You know how we got to do. I got to plug it. You know, I got to plug it. I appreciate everybody in here, okay? Shout out to everybody that's in here. Hopefully you guys are enjoying, and you had a good Saturday because Sunday is another day. And it's after Saturday. Okay, sorry. So if you go to DoseOfDion.com, that's it. You guys look up DoseOfDion.com, no capitals, no spaces. You know, you can't do space. But you'll come to this site. You got my YouTube videos if you want to just click them through here. They update slow. My Twitter is at the bottom. They update slow, though. But if you go to the top, some of these are from last year. Like, prospects are from last year. But if you go to, I numbered them, 2022 NFL Draft Prospects. 2022 big board is what we were just looking at. And that'll be updated with rankings at some point. I was just using for Combine. But if you go to this, you can go through and you can see. I don't have rankings next to them yet. There still are a lot of guys I have to type in more. But I'm putting guys on here. Wide receivers kind of deep. So if you want to know how I feel about a guy, they'll be updated as I go. And I'll be throwing notes into there. This may get a redesign at some point because there's like the Marvin Liao has a lot of notes here. So does Logan Hall. I got a lot of notes on him. Like this may be a redesign at some point because I'm should be learning how to do that. You know, I'm going to learn some stuff very soon, which I'm super pumped about. And maybe they'll show me how to redesign this to make it more appealing to the eye. And I want to try that. But, you know, not impressed with Travis Davis. Travis Davis? One move I saw was a straight bull rush. Jermaine Johnson is the edge linebacker. There you go. Yeah, I got Jermaine Johnson on here. Where do I got Jermaine at? I got him in edge. I got him in edge on here. I think I labeled it as edge. Yeah, edge right here. Jermaine Johnson. I don't have tons of notes with him, but I got him in there. I gotta put more notes under that because I have way more notes than that. My dude, I have like 50 notebooks, bro. It's nuts. How disappointed would you be if the Lions keep playing Flowers at 3-4 DN rule? Well, they said they're going more 4-man front, so I don't think that'll be the case. The Lions don't plan to go crazy in free agency. I think it makes more sense for them to cut him though. You know, I don't see the purpose of keeping him. I mean, he could play a 4-3 DN role. I don't see the value as much there. Here, let me look this up. I think I might be able to find the numbers real quick. NFL, hold up. NFL pass rush duos. 10-yard split. Is that what it is? Something. This might not be it. Okay, hold up. Let me see if I can pull this up. You guys are going to see this. Top. No. Is this it? This is Twitter. This ain't it. Oh, here we go. This might be it. No, this ain't it. Okay, I gotta find it. There was a article put out on the explosiveness, not the explosiveness, the 10-yard splits. I think not split. It was like something like the quickness off the ball, and the Lions had the slowest or one of the slowest in the National Football League between their pass rushers. I think they want to get more speed there. So I don't know. The Trey Flowers thing just. You know, like, it just feels weird, doesn't it? We'll see what they do with him. It just, the way they're answering questions doesn't feel like he's going to be back. Does anybody in the chat think he's going to be back? Not what you want, but do you think he'll be back? Can we get a 1 in the chat if you think he's going to be back, 2 if not? I just want to see I want to see if I get any 1s in the chat. Because 2 if not. Dion the stat master with those. Oh my gosh. Hey, look. Shout out to Rad. Dude, the notebooks are insane. And the unfortunate thing is I have like no room on any pages to write anything. Oh, I got some right here. But no room. And I got this whole bottom filled with, I got no room to write on these things, man. So I'm like, you know, and I hate typing notes. I don't do that. Okay, it looks like, you know, I don't type notes. We got no 1s near. Okay. Who is Aiden Hutchinson gang here like me? Okay, there you go. I see you. Make stupid money next season. $10 million if cut. Need that. I'd like that. I'd like to have that. D'Angelo Malone. But like my man said, you know, if it's supposed to be first, it would be 16. It would just well, you're also, the only thing is though, you're also pushing around, if I remember correctly, you're pushing around the dead cap. So there is still dead cap in beyond years. So basically you're not completely off the books for 2023, right? So you still have that to deal with then too, versus a clean cut. You just move on. You wouldn't have any debt. It wouldn't be a lot, but you'd have a little bit in there. Who's that? Is that Mike, is that Rose? Iowa State linebacker Rose? Yeah, Rose can move, man. Dollar store sells notebooks. Just saying. Hey, I know. Look, I feel like I'm hurting the environment. I got so many dang papers, man. I feel like I'm hurting the environment. I feel bad when I'm buying them. You know, I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't need another notebook, but I'm buying another notebook. Michael Combs put a 1 in here. I see you. You also miss on top talent. Right, yeah, because you don't have that money, and you're carrying that contract. It's like, I don't know. You would be right, though. Draft time, you could do it where it's like, okay, we could just spend more now, set up contracts. If we can, you know, then have the $16 million open up when the draft hits, then we could just sign our picks with that cap. Because for most scenarios, especially with lines are now, it would easily pay for your draft. So there is that. I just don't know if they'd want the dead money over the next couple of years because they have it with guys. So I don't know if they'd want that. I think they might want to make that clean. Did Nakobe Dean participate? Did he participate? He did not participate. No, he did not participate today, unfortunately. It's a good question. I would have loved to see it, but no, he didn't. That was Hutcher Davis at 2. I still got to go Hutch, but I want to dive more into it again, and I want to see more Hutch's character. I want to learn as much as I can about his character and how people feel about him, you know, people around him. We get to hear him on interviews, but I want to know more about that. He seems like a fun guy to talk to, but I want to know more about that. But Dave, I mean, I can't take Davis at 2 because I just the fit's not. I'm not saying the Hutch fit is perfect, but I just can't see having him on the field as much as I would like to for a 2 pick. That's the only question I got with him, though. Gosh, and he's so good, and he's going to be so great in the NFL. I don't see him failing, so it's hard. It's hard to pass on those guys. They give me discounts in the store. They know when I walk in. They're like, oh, he's here for the notebook. We see you. He's here for the notebook and the sparkling water. We know what it's about. They got a whole section just for me. Sparkling notebooks and water. Okay, pause. Hold up. If Jax takes Hux, are you taking Hamilton or Davis at 2? Oh, man. I want to trade back. Gosh, dude, I don't know. We're about to wrap up this thing. Shout out to everybody that's in here. I do appreciate it. Chat. I feel like the easy answer is Hamilton, but dude, Davis is hard to. I think I'd have to go with Hamilton, but it's hard, man. Davis is he's good. He's just so good, and it's like Hamilton. I didn't dislike much about his film. It was really nitpicking. Same thing I felt like with Davis. I mean, I know he doesn't give me tons of pass rush, but the run defense, you can't deny it. We need it. I go Hamilton, but he's definitely earned himself top half of the draft easy. And he seems so fun. Like, he seems so funny, like just a guy you want to be around. I don't know. I think most teams can risk signing up Aquara. Oh, wait. What was the thing? Cut Flowers, re-sign Charles, draft Hutchinson. That'd be beautiful. They can risk singling up Aquara. You know what? I think this will benefit Romeo. I think Romeo's better as a 4-3 DN. Could be wrong. We'll see how he performs this year. I think he's a better 4-3 DN. I think he's better in that area because he's not super fast explosiveness for step. He's done it before, but I think he'd benefit from being closer to the tackle and just boom, getting right into it. I think he's built better for that, and he has some good weight. So he hasn't been great against the run. I thought outside linebacker would help more. It's still an area where he needs to get better, but I think he's better as a pass rushing DN. We still gonna get Allen Robinson? Are we still gonna get him? Did I say we were gonna get him? I hope I didn't say that. I don't know. No. Wait. I was gonna dive into Allen Robinson's tape. I don't know if I did. I don't know. We gotta sign somebody, right? Somebody. Hey, if he gets cheap, why not? Why not? Without seeing enough of him, why not? I could see it. I could see that. He's done a lot of work, don't just base it on last year. Even though the passer ratings when targeting him have been garbage. I'm not saying that's all his fault, but they've been garbage. Like, every year it's been bad. For the simple fact, Lil Young, and how much it would cost towards dead cap, so they keep from him a year. He's Lil Young. What is he, 27? 28? No, I appreciate Giovanni. Dose Walker, GADL, or Muma at 32. Well, that depends on what we do at 2. I hate to say it, I take the Georgia D lineman. I take Trayvon Walker. Yeah, for sure. After what I saw today, too. Like, Trayvon Walker moved himself highest up the board out of anybody to me. Trayvon Walker, I'd take him. Muma might fall, but I'd have to take Walker. And I love Muma, but I'd take Walker. What do you think of Aiden's interview with George Eisen? So it was awkward. Was I the only one that felt like it was awkward? Like, they had him interview him, but they didn't have questions for him, it felt like. It's like, bro, we just gonna sit here and, like, I thought you guys gonna ask him stuff. Every question just seemed like random as heck. It was goofy. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all, man. It was weird. I'm glad they got him on there. I was like, oh, this is cool, but it just felt like they had no plan when he got there. Maybe he was in shock. I don't know. Maybe he was in shock and he didn't know what to say. I feel that. What do I think about Malik Willis? Hey, man, you gotta check out DoseOfDion.com. Check out my draft profile on Malik Willis. But I love Malik Willis' character. Malik Willis feels like a guy that can be a franchise quarterback. I think he just needs time. I don't think he's exactly ready. I think he takes a lot of unnecessary risks, but he's also got a ton of talent. He makes some throws that are like, whoa. He makes some decisions that are bad. And he's still has some inaccuracy, I believe, as a passer. I like to compare him to a Lamar Jackson runner. I know some people don't, but I think he can be very elusive in space. I know he's a little bit longer, taller, a little bit thicker, but not taller, longer, but thicker. But I feel like he moves like a Lamar in space. And he's obviously got the biggest arm in this class, it feels like, but I think he needs some time. I think he does need some time. He's got to take care of the football better. That's for sure. He's got to get the ball off his hands quicker, too. Sometimes he holds on the ball too long. There's also, certain routes where he doesn't let up. Like he'll throw a strike from 10 yards and the guy doesn't catch it or he sails it. Just, you got to, there's pacing to the strength there. He's got a big arm, though. I just cannot believe the Giants are targeting Mitchell Trubisky. Hey, they need somebody. Hold up. Kyle Hamilton could be better safety in free agency. And one half the cost. He could be. I don't know. I wouldn't call him better than Marcus Williams because I think Marcus Williams is more savvy in coverage. To me, Kyle Hamilton seemed like he was a little lost sometimes when he was playing deep zone coverage, like he didn't know where routes were. he has the picks. He's super talented. Man coverage, that's going to need work. Marcus Williams doesn't play man coverage, though. But with Kyle Hamilton's zone, I feel like he's not as sound on some of his route pickups and route patterns, but definitely a playmaker. Marcus Williams seems just like that's what he is. Like, he's going to make plays in the back end. He's much more comfortable in that role. But there's more versatility with a guy like Kyle Hamilton. I believe that. Size, speed, different spots. Carton Strong a big arm? I would say Malik Willis does. Carton Strong got a big arm, but I would say Malik Willis does by a little bit. Strong got a big arm, but I'll go Malik Willis. I know his name's Strong, so he's got to have it. But Carton Strong do got a big arm though. Don't let me that he do. Question about Zappy arm strength. I think there was a little bit. I didn't see a ton of velocity when watching some of the games that he played at Western Kentucky. The air raid scheme. I saw a lot of dropping it in the bucket, kind of those kind of throws, seams, verts. But he's showed a little more pop off his hand. I felt like in his Senior Bowl initially, and then I think we saw it a little bit more through these drills as well. I don't think it's like an explosive, like quick, like if let's say I was 10 yards away, I don't think it's like it shoots off his hands, but it's enough velocity. There's some guys in this class that literally don't look like they can throw it to the sideline. He's not in that boat at all. Very capable velocity. Plus he's throwing a lot of deep shots, so he can throw a deep ball. Question, I wouldn't mind if we took Will Willis at 32, but no doubt. Yeah, exactly. Malik Willis, Bills equals Josh Allen. Big arm, but erratic Kasek. There you go. And you can improve that. That's true. I just think he needs time. Like Josh Allen, I think he needs time to make that happen. Who's that FCS quarterback? Who's the FCS quarterback? Are we talking about Malik Willis? Wait, we're not talking about Malik Willis. I like this beat too. This beat's chill. Why don't we get to the chill section? Yeah, this is nice. Okay. I had a couple. EJ Perry, right? Isn't EJ Perry one? I get confused with my FCS stuff. Akil Glass, that's FCS, right? Alabama A&M might be FBS. Eric Barrier, Barrier, I think that might be an FCS school, Eastern Washington. I think you're talking about EJ Perry, or you're talking about the big tall guy that was like 6'7" yesterday, or 2 days ago, the first day of the combine. The big dude, Cole Kelly, Hutchinson, and Dean. A lot of people like Dean. I guess I'm not as high on Dean, but at the same time, I think he'd be a beautiful fit. So it's not like I'd be like, dang, we took Dean. Nah, man. I think Dean's gonna be better for our defense now too. He's gonna be free. He's gonna fly around. He's gonna play man coverage because he can, and it's not like you can line him up on a running back and he's gonna be dusted. He's not, and he can blitz like crazy because that's literally all he did. So there's that too. Not all he did, but that's most of what he did. Knight, if you do take him, you push the ends down, and yes, Romeo's entertaining. Yes, there's that. There's that. Hey, it's an interesting draft, man. I appreciate you coming in. Carson's arm strength depends on his knee health, though. Yeah, I'm not too worried about his knee health, though. Like, I obviously haven't made anything of it because I know he came in with it out of high school. I think that's when it took place. But since that time, I have had no concerns with it. Last year, no concerns with it. And then really knee injury, he was checked out by the Rams doctors, and they came back and they said, look, he's 100% good to go going forward. And I haven't had any concerns about his knee injury. I think he had a couple things like people are a little bit worried in like 2020, 2021, but I think as a whole, like finishing out the season, I don't know. I don't have concerns about his knee going forward. I'll just say that. I don't have concerns about his knee going forward. I get why people do. He's also not a super like scrambler. He just likes to sit in the pocket a lot more. He can move, but not really well. He likes to sit in the pocket. So that's very important, no question. I'm just not too worried about it. But if it pushes his price down and we can get him later, that's cool with me. What quarterback would you take in the mid-rounds that was available realistically if we get one? Yeah, Card Strong would be one of those guys. If he was in the mid-rounds, Ritter, if he fell, it looks like he's going to work his way up boards. Ritter would be one. Who, I don't know. Bailey Zappi might be. I don't know if I go Bailey Zappi, though. It feels different. He'd be able to take some shots, though. Bailey Zappi would be able to take some shots. I feel like I'd have to wait till day 3, though, to justify that pick. Carson Strong, I could do a mid-round. Day 3, I'd have to wait for Zappi. We don't have a 4th round pick, though, so there's that, too. I don't know. It's kind of weird. It's like the bottom heavy. I don't like a lot of these quarterbacks at the bottom. Everybody's going to say Skylar Thompson. All these Skylar Thompson guys. Marcus Williams or Diggs. Who do you think? Most. I think Diggs gonna be like 10, 11. I think Marcus is gonna be like 18 million. I don't think they'll be close. I could be wrong. I don't think they'll be close in price, to be honest with you. After watching the Diggs stuff, and I'm gonna do a video on it because I got my notes right here. They both have like reasons to believe that I think they'd fit schematically, and they both have reasons I'm a little bit taken back on it. A couple of things I will point out though, because I don't want to go too far into it because I know I'm going to do the video. But I do think that Quandre Diggs is much more willing hitter. He's had missed tackle issues in the past with the Lions. I think he's much more suited for a cover 3, not a cover 1 in terms of range, where Marcus Williams can play cover 1 very comfortably. But also, I see more versatility within Diggs slightly, even though he literally played like no snaps in the box. I still see maybe more versatility than Marcus Williams to slide into the box on certain situations because of his cornerback background. I'll say that. 2 linebackers, want Harris and Muma. Love it. Strong and Dobbs, Burrow and yeah. Hey, Dobbs. He made me nervous at the Senior Bowl when he's out there dropping passes. I did like Dobbs though going into that. Stokes, Akil Glass. Akil Glass? Wait. I don't know who Stokes is. Stokes. I don't know who that is. I like Akil Glass. Akil Glass needs to hit the gym. He needs to have a bigger arm. He cannot. That thing is weak, man. But he can read some coverage. I like that. I think we can win with Goff. We have 2 first-rounders next year. I absolutely think we can too. And we should get to see it next year. So, hey, that's great. Hamilton, Walker, Muma, and Hutch. Jones and Anderson, Dose. Hamilton, Walker, and Muma. So you're saying Hamilton, Walker, and Muma, or Hutchinson, Jones. Wait, who's Jones? Jones and Anderson. Saying safety? Marcus Jones? No. Who's Jones? Hutch, Jones, and Anderson. I like Anderson too. I don't know who Jones is. I'm going to go with the second one, though, not knowing who Jones is. I don't know. Maybe I'm probably missing it because it's getting late. We got to wrap this thing up. I don't know who's Jones. Is he in the draft? Oh, Travis Jones. Okay, Travis Jones. Ooh. Dang, go Lions. You coming with the heat. Travis Jones, Hutch. And I had Anderson at linebacker. Or I could have Hamilton at safety. I go with the first one. Because I'm not sure how big Jones's role would be. But I love me some Hutch, though. Oh, man. And I take Muma over Anderson. So 2 by 1, I'll go with the first one. My bad. I'm losing it. No, yeah, I see what you're saying, though. Was that Pipsqueak? Pipsqueak? I don't know. No, I appreciate it. No, I get what you're saying. That's probably part of it. He do got a big arm, though. He do. We've seen him throw some big passes. It's not always consistent, but we've seen some big ones. Who was the one edge that was 220 pounds? That was Mayaji Sanders out of Cincinnati. Why did he? I don't know. I brought it up at the beginning. I don't know why he is 220. The dude was like 240, 245, and he was hitting people in the Senior Bowl, and then he comes out there like a receiver. I'm like, what is he doing? And his numbers weren't even that great. I don't know what was going on there. Hopefully everything's okay. It's weird. I don't know if someone told him to do that. I don't know. Weird. I don't know. I don't know who that is. I really don't. All right, man. We're gonna have to wrap this thing up though. I shout out to everybody that's still in here. It's awesome. I like London, Drake. And what am I making him draft him? I would love Drake London. All right, we're gonna wrap this up, man. I appreciate everybody coming in. Dang, 81 likes. Y'all killed this thing. What the heck? That's oh gosh. Hold up. Everybody that was in here earlier, anybody that's watching this back, I don't know how you made it this far. Really, I don't. This is insane. You should clap. Do one of these. Do one of the taps on the backs. You know what I'm saying? Because you deserve that. That's, yeah. But we going to end it here. I know how to end this one easier. Oh, I don't have an outro, though. Dang, that's unfortunate. It's okay. No, you know what? We'll just... Hey, those people are crazy. That's what I'll say with those. when you heading back to those games. Very soon, very soon. Y'all gave me a game idea, which I wrote down. And I want to do it. I've been thinking about it. I want to do it soon. All right, we out. Have a good night. See you guys tomorrow. Maybe sooner. Well, probably, yeah, no, tomorrow. You'll see me tomorrow. Probably, hopefully with the Diggs video. Sorry for the setup. It was goofy. Okay, I'm out. I'm sorry. We working, Giovanni.